I have to go see my barber again soon. I've got a record for him.
A record? Oh,
yeah. I'm giving records to my barber now.
Are you?
In
That's
exchange.
the most hipster fucking thing I've ever heard.
Well, it's like, for a fade, that's going to be an original Chicago.
Yeah. Hey, I can get that for you. I got one framed right here. I'm not joking.
What's that movie? Is it ahead? Don't ask her like, 'cause she'll say, I haven't seen it.
Welcome to the Haven't Seen It podcast. It's a podcast where we bring people on the show. We get them really drunk and they tell them about a movie that I've never seen before. Oh, baby. I'm Elaine Kazak.
Wow. And I will.
And we're forking back, baby.
We're back month long, almost to the fucking day. A month.
Seriously? Wow.
Almost.
Stunning. We do it. When we do it, we do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We fucking do it.
You know, we took a long break. I thought it would be really nice and I would alleviate some stress, but we are coming back recording on the worst possible fucking day in this godforsaken province, but we're just not going to talk about that, okay? We're not.
Why Will even brought it up, I'll never understand. Let's forget our sorrows. Let's get into a film. Let's talk about imaginary people in imaginary worlds.
Yeah,
let's talk about a real life. Yeah.
Our guest tonight, you may recognize his voice as he's coming to us all the way back from episode 3. That's right. It is Laughs on Tap member, our good friend, my future best man, probably.
Oh, are you telling us something?
Oh, that's cute. Hi, everybody.
That's cute. Oh, so cute.
It's me, Derek.
That's right.
What's going on?
The unofficial best man of Will's wedding.
I'm sorry I said probably. It's a certainty. I just said probably.
Wow, okay, that's good.
You never know.
Glad I've got it on the record.
As long as you don't stab me in the back.
Get your tux ready.
That is not to say that I'm getting married like anytime soon. But,
I know, Will, you actually like kind of pissed me off because I was like, is Will dropping like big news but also introducing the guest at the same time?
I'm
way to
dropping
just
this news on this podcast before I pop the question.
Yeah, Sam, if you're listening.
Psych! It's a lie.
Well, Derek, thanks for coming back.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Oh, welcome to me. Thank you. Yeah, this is great. I'm glad to be back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With you guys.
With you guys and girls. I'm here in this basement of my house. Sorry.
Well, we're back with, I feel like a movie that you and I, Derek, being former roommates, probably have watched more than
I would say
than just once.
What?
Yes,
I think so. Yeah,
Really?
It's one that we both have a love for. I would say, and it is. I mean, I'll just announce it. It's the Bourne Identity.
Whoa.
This is the Bourne Identity, the first movie in a quintology.
I mean,
is that 4?
I see it as a trilogy, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's what I've heard.
The trilogy is where you want to be, but the fourth one, like I said, is not bad. The fifth one,
There's 5?
That's my opinion on that one.
There's 5, but there's 4 of like the storyline. There's one that's like, let's try something, and then it's okay. It's not.
It fell flat.
It's flat. Yeah, it's not.
This movie, I love this movie because it like peak early 2000s sort of spy thriller. You've got Spy Game and like your Ocean's movies and all that sort of. It's the new millennium. There's lots of high tech around here. Let's use some of that high tech to track down a man that's good at what he does.
Yeah,
and
I totally know what this movie's about.
Exactly. It harkens back to the days pre 9/11 when all your spy thrillers involved Europeans and Russians.
Yeah, you were always in a city in Europe. Yeah,
yeah, that's what you want.
You had to go to Moscow at some point.
That's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want. Your Russians and Europeans to be evil spies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fuck those guys.
So
Okay, Will. Very Euro. First gen Canade over here. Fuck you.
Oh.
So I guess, Alenka, from you, do we kind of get what you might be knowing about this movie? Like, what do you think you know about this movie, I guess?
What do I think I know? Oh, man. Boy, do I know. So,
not what you know, but what you think you know.
Not what you think
Forget
you know.
what you think you know.
This sounds like what's his name? Tony Robbins, sort of like beginning of an inspirational speech or something. Like, forget what
He
you
walks
think
out and
you
says,
know.
forget what you think you know about the Bourne Identity.
Yeah.
Instead, give me what you
Here's
do
how
know.
it really goes.
In this $600 course, I will teach you everything you need to know.
600, yeah, right. It's probably $1,000. Are you out of your mind? It's easily $1,000
difference. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Tony, love you, baby. Anyways, so what I know about the Bourne, right? Okay, Legacy. Is it not Legacy? Is there also a Legacy?
That's the fourth one.
Is that a different movie? What?
It's number 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this movie. Maybe I'm confusing this ever so slightly with that one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but also not the guy that's Mel Gibson, but the guy that's like Irish with dark hair also.
Liam Neeson, you're thinking of Taken, maybe?
No, I didn't say. Did I say Liam Neeson? I thought I said Arnold Schwarzenegger.
When you said Irish guy, I went straight to Liam Neeson because Mel Gibson's Australian.
No, not Mel Gibson. The guy that he's in Bruges. In Bruges, that movie.
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell. That one.
Yeah.
What's that
Colin
called?
Farrell, not Colin Firth. Yeah,
Farrell. Yeah.
What's that one? What's that movie I'm thinking of?
In Bruges, I think you were saying.
OG with Arnold Schwarzenegger. New one with Colin Farrell. Really?
Oh, Total
Really,
Recall.
guys?
You're thinking of Total Recall.
Yeah.
Total Recall. Yeah.
I know things. Anyways, maybe this is my confusion. But anyways, so this guy is a spy, I gather. He does intelligence work. And so basically, he just wakes up one day and, like, does he know who he is? Nobody knows who he is. No, nobody knows who he is, but he doesn't exist. This is so hard for me to explain. I feel really torn as to whether I want to commit to him not remembering who he is. Oh, here's a hot take. He gets told who he is, and he's like, "But who is this man?" And he's like, "Is it Tyler Bourne? Mr. Bourne? Adam Bourne? Fred Bourne is..."
I would love if it was Fred Bourne, honestly.
What the fuck is his name?
His name is Jason Bourne.
Jason,
and you're not
like
far
I
off
said.
with thinking that you're not far off. He does not remember who he is. That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason and Tyler are both names that I would say are like adjacent, but like Tyler Bourne sounds like, fucking dumb.
Tyler Bourne.
Well, yeah, it's
Jason
that's
Bourne.
sort of like cooler, sort of like that cool name.
Yeah.
My name's
Is it that
Tyler.
cool name?
My name's Jason.
It's like, those guys that like ride jet skis at Grand Bend, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or Chase.
Such a specific regional
That
reference.
drink like Bud Light Lime because it's like refreshing, dude.
I can't picture
Those are
Fred
the
Bourne
Jasons
in a
and the
chase scene
Tylers.
through Paris.
Fred Bourne has glasses and a bald spot. He's a dad.
Yeah.
Like Fred Bourne
That's
is
Fred
just
Bourne.
like trying to raise his family,
Yeah.
but he doesn't know who he is. He's actually just going through an existential midlife crisis.
Yeah, that's like a Colin Farrell when he's bald kind of movie.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, like the
so I
Daredevil
don't-
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, right. What I wanted to say about this movie is he's too good at being in spy. So they're like, "Okay, fuck this guy. We're going to erase him from the planet because he's getting into our business now. And who he works for is actually corrupt." And they're like, "Bye, Mr. Bourne." But then he's like, "I'm way too smart for this. So even though you've erased my memory, I'm still going to figure out who I am and what I used to know." And he does. And then he kicks some ass and takes some names and then gives
Wow.
those names to other people. That's from Family Guy.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that's the Family Guy alert.
The brand.
That's today's
Gotta
Family
stay on
Guy
brand.
trivia factoid.
The first.
Bow, bow, bow. That's my
So?
Family Guy alert noise.
Am I like on par?
I would only
You-
I would replace the word spy with assassin.
I mean, he's both, but
Aren't they the
assassin.
same?
Yeah, more assassin, more spy assassin. You know?
But I mean, I feel like we're revealing too
Spy
much. We
assassin.
just have to get into this thing, right?
yeah.
Well,
That's
there's
true.
so many details though that like I will miss for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
I get
yes.
the premise.
People may or may not know who other people are or themselves,
Yeah.
possibly.
See, there's so many details that are obviously missed right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was pretty good. I get
Thanks.
that some gold stars.
I think so.
Oh,
You know?
thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
So Will and we watched this movie Wednesday night, which was 2 nights ago, just to kind of
Ooh.
refresh ourselves with it.
Mhm.
You know, I think we did pretty
Yeah.
well. We had some good banter throughout it.
Hey, we can't talk about our pre-banter. That's not
Okay.
Yeah, we had
allowed.
practice
Okay.
banter.
We
No,
practice
we're not gonna,
Oh,
we're not
banter.
gonna,
did you?
You can't repeat.
Ew.
You can't repeat any
You guys are
pre-banter
fired from the
jokes.
podcast.
We banter all the time. We have such a good chemistry, all of us.
Yes.
The drink, everyone.
Yeah.
been a-
what have you got
about
for
it?
us?
It's been a
It-
while
I-
since I made a drink.
I'm not
been
gonna
a
lie, Will.
while.
I was slightly like offended by how simple it was. So there better be a damn good explanation for it.
Well, I really tried. It was hard to think of like a fun reference based drink, but tonight we're drinking "Don't Tread on My Stone," which is a funny name that like you will get later on in the movie.
Okay.
It's basically it's a vodka soda with squeeze a lemon and 2 cherries or red pieces of fruit. But 2, you want 2 there, and we'll get into why later. And vodka, I don't know. I picked vodka because, like I said, fucking Europeans and Russians, you know,
Yeah.
Yes,
just
that makes
drink
sense.
that shit.
They do.
Yeah.
They in fact do.
That's basically why I picked vodka. It's also
Okay.
easy to get your hands on, and
Yeah.
I still already had it. You know.
Yeah.
How did you already have it? Because you had to drink all of it when we streamed.
I had another bottle from a different time.
Okay.
You know.
You just
Yeah,
chinsed
yeah.
out for that's fine. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know. Yeah, I ain't going out to stores that often. You know,
Yeah.
we're in a pandemic.
Okay.
Oh
All
boy.
right. Okay, well,
Hey,
No,
none of
here.
that talk right now.
no
No.
more.
This is the Bourne Identity. A man
This is
has
the Bourne
fallen
Identity.
into the ocean.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
Derek? We're
Fuck
into the
yes.
we're into the movie. Derek, how does this movie start?
A man has fallen into the ocean.
You're kidding. That's how it starts?
The movie opens with a shot of a man floating in the ocean, lifeless in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like a
Wetsuit.
nice like moonlight, a nice
In a
bright
wetsuit?
blue moonlight. In a
Yes.
wetsuit. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
A nice
Interesting.
bright blue moonlight shining is silhouetted in the water. It's a very beautiful shot. It's nice and dreamy.
Cute.
And like I guess which nationality picks him up out of the water.
Mhm.
Russia,
No.
England, Canada.
No, that would actually make this movie kind of interesting if there's a bunch of Canadian
Irish?
fishermen. No, a bunch of Italian fishermen.
Yes.
Why are you asking me
pick 'em
to
out of
guess?
the-
Like we
pick 'em
weren't
out of the
even
water.
talking about Italy. Like I had no hope for
I
that.
was,
know, 'cause
I was
it's
wondering
fun.
that too.
Sorry, I still got like
He's so
quiz
mad
50th
about
episode
the
quiz.
pandemic.
I'm jacked
Quiz
up.
energy.
Yeah, I am.
Yes, he is picked up. The Italian. There's a boat filled with Italian fishermen, and they're just doing their thing at nighttime in this little storm.
They
Yeah.
The
accidentally
one
catch
guy
a
with like
big
funky
boy.
glasses on. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, I want to catch me a big boy today. Sure enough, he looks off the side of the boat and sees this lifeless body with a red blinking light or something.
Yeah.
Is it
They're
a
also off the
What?
coast of Marseille, France.
red?
you know?
Off the coast of some
Mhm.
sort of European bay of
Some
lakes,
sort of, yeah.
and Lake of
The,
Bay.
the Mediterranean Sea, I believe.
hmm
Okay.
So they pick him up, and luckily there's a fucking doctor on board this fishing
Yeah,
ship.
like they just have a doctor. It's a very
Well, you
it's not
always
like
need a
the-
first
the
aid
world's
responder.
largest boat.
but
This guy's like full ass doctor, man.
Yeah,
And-
he's
and-
straight up. He goes in. He's got like a scalpel. They put him. They take him out of the water. They put him on the table, and he's got a scalpel, and he's like, cutting open his wetsuit, like really finely cutting open his wetsuit. It's a really nice shot.
Weird.
It's really
Like
kind
he's
of
going to cut that
ASMR.
dude's back. Yeah.
Okay.
ASMR, like a visual ASMR.
Yeah, it's a visual ASMR of him cutting open the wetsuit, and this guy's got 2 bullet holes in his
Count
back.
him 2.
Count them
Big
2.
red bullet holes.
Hence those cherries, baby.
2.
Yeah.
Got you. Get it.
Yes.
And he's thinking to himself, who is this man that's just floating in the water with 2 bullet holes in him?
Yeah.
He also.
But hold on, what's this? What's this in his hip? Wait,
Oh.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
In his hip, there's like a lump of some shit. And
Yuck.
this guy, I think, does he think this dude's dead, or is he just operating on a live man?
I think he's dead.
because he
I think
wants
he's
to-
dead.
Okay, the doctor
They think
thinks
he's
this
dead.
I think
dude's
he
dead.
think he's dead. I mean,
Yeah, they think he's dead. And then, so the dude cuts open his hip and pulls out this little fucking.
looks like a pill, like a little metal pill.
Yeah, this is kind of morbid, but it actually looks like this necklace of my brother's ashes.
Oh,
my
yeah, it kind of does.
God.
Actually.
It literally looks like this little like steel tube type thing. And
Weird.
the fucking idiot, it's actually a laser pointer.
Fucking idiot. Will has no mercy for
The
anything
fucking
today.
Idiot. That trained medical doctor, that trained Italian
Fucking
medical
idiot.
doctor. What a fucking idiot!
But it's a laser pointer, and then he's like, looks into it, and then flashes his
flashes
eyes and
it right
goes,
into his eyes.
like yeah, that's what happens when you point a laser pointer in your goddamn eyes, Dr.
He
Italian.
doesn't work with lasers.
Sure enough, he
Will.
figures
He
out
works
it's-
with scalpels.
Yeah, it's a laser pointer,
That's true. He's
and he's like, "Hey, you know what? I should shine this somewhere other than my eyes." Shines it on the wall,
right.
and sure enough, it's got some stuff written. It
got a bunch of
shines
numbers.
Oh.
bunch of
Just a-
numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the location of a bank in Zurich.
Interesting.
It's a
Zurich,
bank account number.
Switzerland.
Sweet
Yeah,
Sutherland.
the Swiss. Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously what happens is the dude he's been cutting open wakes up.
Well, no, yeah. So yeah, he's shining the numbers, and he goes to do something, I think, and then he comes back, and the body's not on the table.
Stop.
Spooky.
That's
Yeah.
so silly.
And it's like, and then all of a sudden, the guy's like, "Oh my god, what are you doing to me?"
Yeah.
He springs up on him. "What are you doing to me? Oh my god!" And he's all like dizzy and hazy. "Oh my god, what are you doing?"
Oh, and in case
then
this
he
isn't
kinda
clear
falls
yet,
back down.
the guy is Matt Damon.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, he's like, what are you doing? And then he passes out, and the doctor's like, just be calm. And then it's kind
Be
of like
chill,
a
it's cool.
montage. Yeah, just
Yeah,
chill
I'm
out.
here to help you. Just be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. This
Yeah,
seems
there's
so
there's
weird.
bit of a brief.
Montage.
Yeah,
It is.
and
It's
But you're right.
It
There's
is
a brief montage of him just like adjusting to life with these Italian sailors, helping them do fishing and
You're
playing
kidding.
And just-
chess with
he's-
them. Or
yeah, and it's Matt Damon getting frustrated because he's looking at maps. He knows all this information. He knows English. He knows all these different things, but he doesn't know his own name,
He's
and
like,
he doesn't
I
know
don't
his
know
life.
who
He doesn't
I
know
am.
what's
I can't-
going on.
none
I
of the
don't
pieces,
know
nothing
who
connects.
I am.
I don't know who I am, for Christ's sakes.
Turns out he's
He
Shrek.
wakes up with a Scottish accent.
It's Hamish Bourne.
Fish boy.
Shrek born.
My name's
Shrek
Hamish
Bourne.
Bourne.
I feel like I'm
Yeah.
stealing that joke from the Dr. DC podcast. Okay.
Are you?
I am, but you guys
Oh,
don't
wow.
listen to that one. Anyway.
Sorry,
Uh,
Pod Daddy.
Yeah. So he's all frustrated because the Italian doctor just keeps saying, it'll come. It'll come
so
back. It's
weird.
By the way,
coming
the
back,
Italian
right?
doctor did tell him about the laser pointer with the numbers on it.
Yeah.
That was in his
That's the
friggin-
first thing he says to him as,
But
yeah, he's like, what is this? This was in your hip. What is it?
and he's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's in his ass cheek.
But after, but of course, I'm just going to call him Jason at this point. Jason is grateful for the help of the fishermen, and eventually
Yeah.
they make it to the shore.
Yeah. And they give him the guy gives him some money and some clothes so that he can make it to Switzerland because
Very
that's where
nice
he
sweater, by
wants
the
to
way.
go.
It's a real nice sweater
Yeah.
that he gives him.
Really nice sweater.
I really love that sweater.
Which me and Derek had arguments about because it's a holy sweater. It has holes all over. It's a ratty old sweater. It's nice and warm, but it has
It's like a
holes all over
fisherman's
it.
sweater.
But there's 2 holes in the back, no holes in the front. And I'm like, was he wearing a sweater under that wetsuit?
And I don't believe he was.
No, it's a fisherman's sweater that happens to have 2 holes in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just because the ratty fisherman sweater.
Semblance, man.
But he gets off this boat in, I forget where they land. It's like in Zagreb or something like that.
Yeah. He leaves his. he travels to Zurich.
He goes because he's going, where's he going to go?
Zurich.
The only place he knows is the
Zurich.
location on this laser pointer, Zurich.
Right?
Yeah,
This one random bank in Zurich, Switzerland.
exactly. So he,
okay.
you know, he's on a train at some point. Derek really wants to travel by train in Europe. Hopefully that.
I said that as I saw the shot of just a train going through the mountains in Switzerland. I was like, I really want to go and do a little train journey through Europe.
Yeah.
You know, when
European
things are okay to do that.
Yeah,
Me too.
exactly.
So at this point, we cut back to the United States of America, the good old US of A,
Good old
where
yes.
we go into the CIA. We're in the CIA now, and then the guy looks like he's in high school. He looks like he's an intern out of high school.
He might be.
The CIA.
Why you gotta have
He might be.
prejudice
He's got
against
kind of
high
big
school
ears, but-
CIA students?
Yeah, I
They're
got my
just studying
internship at the
CIA college.
He comes into a room and he's like, "It's been confirmed, sir. Mission failed."
Oh,
We don't know. We don't know
Mission
what's
failed.
happening yet. But we are introduced to
Interesting.
that young ass dude. But then we're also introduced to Alexander Conklin, who is he's like the head of a special program at the CIA.
We don't actually hear his name ever in the movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do. We
I
hear
don't think we
Conklin.
do.
I'm pretty sure we hear Conklin.
Conklin.
We might.
Mr.
Conklin.
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 Oh, Conklin.
Like Chris Cooper, who we were
Chris Cooper.
saying is, you know, you will just play you got a sleazy guy in a movie, you just get Chris Cooper to play him.
Yeah, he's always a sleazy guy. He's either like a sleazy prison dad or
Yikes.
sleazy government agent.
Gotcha.
Either or, really.
But
Yeah.
he looks all frustrated because mission has failed and there's, you know, various sort of political reasons that this is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't know exactly what happened, but we know mission failed and the CIA is involved with something. Probably this man, maybe.
Right.
Anyway, let's cut back. Let's go back.
We're
Back
in
to
Zurich.
Bourne.
Yes.
We're in Zurich now. He's reached Zurich. He's gonna find this bank. So he rolls up to the bank. It's kind of snowy. It's snowy out. He's watching his back because there's cops kind of floating around various locations.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh no, he's sleeping in the park.
Oh, yeah. So he's sleeping in the park. And also, the lighting in this scene is so blue. It's like back when they were like, oh, it's moonlight. Must be fucking blue, motherfucker.
It's real blue.
Super blue.
Okay.
It's probably like 3 o'clock in the morning, but it's like a bright blue light shining on him sleeping on a bench.
Like
Funny.
a blue spotlight almost.
Love it.
And these cops, these Swiss cops or what, German, I don't know. They're Swiss. He's in Switzerland at this point, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they approach him and they're like, "You can't sleep here, sir. We
Right.
have actually really great homeless shelters. You should probably sleep in. We don't let people sleep on benches."
Give us your papers. Give us your papers.
Yeah.
Show us your papers. And then he's like, I don't have any papers. Mana papiera. And all of a sudden he's like,
Okay.
oh wait, I know German. I know Swiss or whatever.
Yeah. He's like
Interesting.
confused that he knows this language. Yeah.
That would be so freaking cool to just go
Yeah.
somewhere and be able to speak the freaking language. Wicked.
Yep. Like he downloaded it, like the Matrix.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, right into his brain.
Love it.
Yeah, you don't remember
then
that
these
at
cops
all.
won't
I
have
do.
it. They're
Fuck
like,
you,
okay,
Will.
get up. We're taking you in. The cops, we're gonna take you in. Come with us. And he's like, I just need to get some sleep, please. And then they grab him, and he's like, oh no! They swing his bat at him, and he grabs the baton, and he's like, wait, I can just. And then all
I
of a
can
sudden,
kick some
bam,
ass.
bam, 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 he disarms both of these cops.
It literally is the
Come
I know
on.
kung fu. Like
Yeah.
it is that
Stop.
scene.
Like it's a zoom in shot of his face being like, oh wait, I can beat these guys up. And then
What?
like bim, bam, boom, they're down on the ground.
Yeah, but he doesn't understand how he could just do that. Like he's like a trained fucking
Right.
killer, but he
No,
doesn't
that
know
makes
why.
sense.
Like I'd be freaking out.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That
he
makes
runs away,
sense.
obviously.
Sure.
Next day he comes to the bank And he goes up to the bank teller. It's not really a bank teller. It's like a fucking receptionist for this giant Swiss bank, you know.
It's
for the rich
Swiss
people.
bank. It's
Right.
big money.
Yeah.
Big
And they
money.
obviously look at him suspiciously. Big money, because he's got a ratty old fucking sweater on.
They're like, you don't
And,
belong here.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what the look the lady gives him, yeah.
Yeah. You're a creep. You're a weirdo. What the hell are you doing here?
I'm
You don't
a
belong here.
creep.
You don't belong here.
Guys.
That song's not in this movie, unfortunately.
It
Oh,
should
of
be.
course not. It's Moby. We get Moby instead.
But you know,
Nice.
we do get Moby later on. He memorizes the account number, so he writes down the account number because she's like, "Please write down your account number."
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
'cause and yeah, if you showed
He
the
knows
laser
it.
pointer, it'd be a little weird.
Yeah, they'd be
Right.
like, "Why do you have a laser pointer with your account number on it?"
That's so
That
odd.
is kind of weird, dude. So
But they're like,
he,
okay, it checks out.
yeah.
They take him upstairs, and he puts his
Mhm.
hand on the little, the fingerprint scanner. And that's cool. I've never seen one of those in real life, by the way. Do those exist? Do people have
A
those?
fingerprint
I'm sure they
scanner?
exist. I mean,
they have to.
Well,
I
like
mean-
you
They're
put
in
your
so
hand on a
many
screen and it
movies.
scans your whole hand.
Yeah.
They must exist.
I mean,
Great
not to alarm you,
question.
Derek, but most of our phones can scan our fingerprints now.
That's
so.
true. Yeah, but I'm thinking like a thing where
Don't
you
know
put
if
your
you
entire
knew
hand
that.
on it and it goes like goes
Surely
up
it
and down like a
exists.
photocopier.
It must. I
Oh,
believe
totally
it.
does.
Probably. Yeah, you're probably
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And,
But he checks out.
Swiss
He's
banks.
like, okay.
Goes in. They bring him to his private at a private area so he can check
Private's
his
a very
deposit box.
loose word for that because it's literally just a red
Just a
curtain.
curtain.
And
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
just see it's like a foot
Okay.
and you can see
Now,
his feet.
Is it here or afterwards where he asked the dude, "How long has it been since
It's
I
after
last
it's
came
after
here?"
he's done looking at the stuff.
Okay,
so
he
out of the big ass Swiss vault, they bring him a little lockbox.
Mhm.
They give it to him. They give him the key. They put him in his little cubby.
They pull over the red curtain and they're like, "We promise not to look in here. We promise not to spy on you. We're neutral. We're neutral."
Oh.
So Jason, he opens up his lockbox, and first of there's two layers to the lockbox. The first layer is filled with a bunch of passports and money,
Hmm.
and like
Oh,
just
yeah.
various other sort of survival-esque sort of go
Mhm.
box items. Like
Yeah.
a bunch
Yeah.
of passports with a bunch of different names on them.
Yeah,
One
the
of like
American
Mhm.
passport. The name is Jason
John-
Bourne,
and John
Got
Michael
you.
Caine's another
and
one. I
John
think that's
Michael Caine is another one. Yeah,
that's another
but then
important one.
he's got
For
he's got
America.
like Brazil ones. He's got a Canada one, and it's Paul K. Which at first I read it as K Paul. I was like, "Ooh, that's an interesting."
Yeah, it's backwards on the
K-Paul.
passport. Yeah.
Kevin
He's like,
Federline.
what the hell? I've got a bunch
K-Fed.
of weird passports and money in this box.
K. Yeah, K. Fed.
Sweet. Going on vacay.
So of course he's confused. He can't remember who he is, but he's also just found a bunch of passports with his names on them. Like, how am I supposed to figure out
tons
who
of
I am?
cash. Tons of cash.
Tons
Right.
of cash in various different denominations of various different
Mhm.
currencies.
Yes.
Whoa.
And
Then underneath the secret compartment of the case, right?
under the secret compartment is a gun.
is the gun.
That was scary.
And he's a little perplexed by that. He's like, why would I have a gun? Why would I have a gun?
Why
I mean,
I have
yeah.
a gun?
So he starts getting a little edgy.
Mhm.
Decides to take out the red bag that's provided to him by the Swiss authorities
It's a very bright
underneath
red
the little
bag,
table
yeah.
that he gets to use.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bright red bag that comes into that comes into play in a second.
Yes.
And then he just he shoves the red bag, he shoves the passports, the money, I think like all the other various gubbins into the red bag and leaves the gun. He leaves the gun.
Leaves the gun.
Okay.
And then he that's when he asks the bank guy, he's like, "Hi, how long has it been since I was last here?" And the guy's like,
Right.
"Oh, it must be 3 weeks now." And he's been on that boat for like 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Whoa.
he was found
That's
about 2 weeks
it?
previous.
And as
so-
Bourne leaves the Swiss vault, there's one guy that's kind of looking shifty and is, he's kind of looking like, ooh,
Yes. And he pulls up
Maybe I
he
should
pulls up a
report this.
cell phone. He pulls up a cell phone.
No.
He's about to phone someone. We don't know yet. Because the transition
So
is that he pulls up
sketchy.
this weird bank guy, Swiss, presumably, pulls up a phone, and then it cuts to like Jason walking outside, but the voiceover is Jason on a payphone, just like a little while
What?
later. but it made me think that the Swiss guy was Jason.
Jason.
Because he pulls up a phone, and then the next one is just like, "Hi, I'm looking for blah blah."
Well, that's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Poor editing.
Anyway, yeah.
Of course. And then after he leaves, I think we just get a shot of him coming out of the bank. Or no, coming out of the bank, and now he's
snowy in the snowy streets.
Yeah,
he's very suspicious
because it seems like there's some people rolling up on him. There's a pair of cops that are walking by him. He kind of whips by them, but then I think he starts getting followed. But where's the best place to go right now? Oh, look, the American Embassy.
Very conveniently close.
Yeah, real conveniently close.
Like
to this
he
bank.
literally runs into it as all these Swiss police are like, oh, and then the American guys are like, you don't have jurisdiction here. I'm gonna speak like this now.
Yeah, this is America.
No.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So he waltzes right into the embassy on American. He flashes one of his passports.
Very, very, very inconspicuous bright red bag.
Yeah, exactly. Bright red bag with the dirty sweater, tattered sweater.
Yeah. And this is kind of, and then we get a shot, and it's very obvious that, oh, this is a new character because we see her face and we hear her talking. It's a scene with a new character.
Inside the embassy, it kind of looks like a bank, honestly. It kind of looks like a bank. A bunch of people lined up with tellers in a big glass thing where you talk to them under the glass.
Yeah. I think it's more of like an embassy that it's a building that holds multiple embassies because there's more than just Americans in there.
Right.
But he went through the American entrance.
So, but Bourne is just in there. He's just standing there kind of assessing the situation. I don't think he really is looking for anything in there.
Okay.
But yeah, like we get the shot of this girl that's at one of the windows. And she's just arguing with one of the tellers, just a bunch of semantics about what she's doing. I have papers from this. I have papers. Well, can you get the manager? Whatever.
Right.
She's angry about something. So she's noticeable.
Right.
She's very noticeable. And then, you know what else is noticeable? That fucking red bag. Because at this point, the CIA has been alerted. They know at least kind of where he is. So
they're like,
authorities are looking
spotted
for a
in
dude.
Zurich.
Yeah, because of that fucking bank employee. And the fucking cop, the fucking guard is like, red bag, you red
the
bag.
red bag. And it's very distinct. Honestly, it would startle me. If that was me holding the red bag, I would be on the floor. I'd be like, please.
Yeah.
But not Jason Bourne.
No, because he just basically fights these fucking guards.
What?
He incapacitates them. He pulls like the water fire alarm or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, in the embassy.
In a different room, though, I think, because conveniently that woman that we saw arguing does not see any of this happen clearly yet.
Well, it's like I think she left before it all kicked off.
Yeah, she leaves before. He pulls the fire alarm. He fights all these guards, and he's basically it's like this immediate. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Oh yeah, so he's really cool, calm, and collected. He disarms a few guys, grabs a radio from one of the cops just to understand what they're talking about, where they're going. Pulls a map right off the wall just to see what the building layout is,
and just walks around. Gets to this fire exit.
He goes to the top of the building.
Exit. Yeah, the very top.
Like most people were just trying to get to the bottom. He goes straight up to the top of the building.
Okay.
To escape. But yeah, finds a fire exit. It's
fucking
defunct.
rickety ass fire accident.
There's no ladder
in use.
He's like 30. He's like 60 feet in the air.
Gross.
He puts the bag on his back. He wants to. It's like the very top, so he's trying to climb up to the roof. So he puts his feet on the fucking escape handle or the bars.
Yeah.
And the fucking thing breaks off the wall. So that doesn't work.
So he has to scale down the wall where there's 30 armed guards looking for him.
Yeah.
What? Oh yes, I think I recall this being an iconic thing.
Kind of.
Is it not?
He drops
the red bag. He drops the red bag. It falls to the ground pretty far.
So he's like, okay, well, I have to go get that now.
Gotta go down.
And
climbs down the wall, evades capture.
Down the wall, evades capture, and then
but they're still looking for him.
They're looking for him, but basically he finds that woman because he noticed her. Her
name
that
is
woman,
Marie Kreutz, by the way.
Marie Kreutz.
Cute.
Yes.
We'll just call her
German.
Marie. Yeah, she is German. Of German descent. So Bourne finds her in an alleyway, and he recognizes her from the bank, saying, recognizing that she might need some money because that's what she was frustrated about.
Yes.
And she has this little red Mini Cooper because
really just dented up Mini Cooper. Yeah,
the early 2000s was just the fucking.
It's the selling point of most of
the
Italian Job movie, and let's put those new Mini Coopers in.
Yeah.
Get them sold.
We love them.
They're gonna go big.
So they're gonna blow up. And so he's like, oh, I need like a ride. I need to like hitchhike. I need to get a ride with you, Miss Marie.
I'll give you $10,000 if you drive me to Paris.
Yeah, because he's got all this money.
How do you say no?
Oh, yeah. Paris. Also because Paris is where he found an address on one of the passports.
Yes.
That let him do an apartment in Paris.
Yes.
But he's in Zurich, so he's like, how the fuck do I get to Paris? Let's ask this lady.
Right.
Exactly.
She initially hesitates.
Would you say, quick question, you guys. If some random guy in a torn up sweater approached you and was like, I need a ride to Paris for $10,000, would you do it?
Yeah. Wait, yeah.
No questions.
I don't know.
If
I'd have to get the money first, then I would punch him out and run away.
So no, that's a big no for Will.
I think his problems are a little bit more than, killing me on the way than, worrying about what that $10,000 is for.
Yeah.
I would definitely want to see the money up front. And then, yeah, I would be nervous still about potentially getting killed, I think.
True.
I think she is a little bit too, which is why she first says no. But then he's like, well, can I have the money back? And then she kind of gives that face. It's like, well, okay. And then I think
really need the
pretty
money.
much cuts to a shot of them driving.
Yeah, she like holds it and is like, dollar bills, y'all. So now we do go back to CIA headquarters, and we do learn a little. We don't learn a lot. We just learned that so there's two people. There's this Conklin fellow who runs a secret, not a secret, but a CIA the Conkster CIA program called Treadstone.
Release
it's called Treadstone. Yeah.
Sorry.
Treadstone. Like a treadstone.
Yeah, okay,
Don't tread on my stone.
That's the name of the drink. Don't tread on my stone. Yes.
That's okay.
And then
decent.
And then and then there's a CIA deputy director, Abbott, his name is, played by Brian Cox.
Who's also, your standard sleazy sort of business authority figure.
Define sleazy.
Not sleazy. They're all sleazy because they're running secret CIA programs, but he's not bumbling at all. He's not bumbling. He's just
he's not bumbling. He's very serious.
Yeah, he's a very serious CIA deputy director.
Okay.
Yes. And he's all mad at Conklin because they're like, there was a failed assassination attempt on this African dictator named Wambasi.
Okay.
And then
that's a kind of a subplot here.
Yeah, Conklin's like, I'm handling it. He's going to be taking care of the agent who failed. They're going to take care of it.
Got you.
Yeah. So they're kind of, and the agent at this point, I think we figure out it's Jason is the agent they're trying to track.
We know.
Yeah, so they're pulling up cameras in Zurich. They're pulling up street cameras, trying to find this guy at the embassy, and they
also like. We were commenting, this is like fucking old CIA. Like the CIA room that they're in is so like it's from 95. This movie was 2002.
It's about the size of my bedroom. It's just not. It's not
like
big. It looks like it's just
there's brown
just a small
doors.
office.
There's giant ass CRT computers, just like big honkers.
75 of them. A bunch of little towered.
Oh my god!
Like, racks of
there's
computers
no
and
big
stuff.
screens on wall like it's NASA.
You guys don't
like
know.
The usual.
That's what it looked like.
It probably did.
It really did. It really did. But it is old. It is old and ratty looking.
They're pulling up.
It's not the CIA that we're used to in movies.
They're pulling up CCTV footage from Zurich.
Okay.
Yeah. The CIA is not well funded.
The underfunded CIA.
Yeah, this is the underfunded CIA.
I just want to see how much I can piss Will off.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
CCTV footage in Zurich.
Yeah.
It's okay. I've had a few drinks, and they find Bourne in an alleyway. They're like, "Oh my god, look right there!" Zoom in.
They don't find him at this point yet. They don't find that yet. They don't find that footage. They don't find that footage yet.
They don't?
Okay.
No, because that prompts, the car chase later on, which is not happening for a little bit yet.
Okay, well,
it's
obvious I have never seen this movie
right
before.
Away, eh?
It is, yeah. But they're on a road trip now. It's road trip time. montage.
Okay.
A little montage. Yeah, it's a really nice sort of peaceful.
Marie is just like talking because she hasn't talked to someone in a while.
Act 2.
Yeah, and she's just like going on about her whole life, and Bourne is just
she's
like
rambling, talking a mile a minute.
Yeah, and she realizes how much she's talking, and then is just like gets upset, and he's like, "Oh no!" Like she cuts off mid sentence, and he kind of turns up and goes, "And then what?" Because he's been listening this whole time. Because he says it's comforting to listen because he's got headaches that he can't get rid of.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Get that checked, man.
And she's like, yeah, but why?
And then she gets all, at this point, this is when you should, I guess, start questioning. She's like, who pays $10,000 for a ride to Paris? And he's
she doesn't
like,
know who he is and why he would pay this money.
And he's just like,
fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah. He literally goes, fuck it. I don't know who I am. I woke up 2 weeks ago on an Italian fishing boat, not knowing anything, with 2 bullet holes in my back. And she's like, all right, sounds good.
What, like amnesia?
She's like, okay.
Yeah. All right.
She's kind of confused. She's like, wow, that's weird.
Yeah. She's like, am I in a movie right now?
Mm-hmm.
Am I in a Robert
Yes,
Ludlum?
They have dinner at a diner.
They
have dinner at a diner, and she's asking him more about
cheese
it.
With pickles on the side.
She doesn't really trust it.
Yeah.
She doesn't really trust it. And she's like, I don't know, understand what you're talking about. And then he's all of a sudden like, well, first of all, I can tell you the man over there on the bar weighs 250 pounds, that he can hold himself in a fight. The nearest place to look for a gun is in the cab of the truck outside. And I can tell you I can run 2 miles before my hand's getting cold. Like just naming off a bunch of information that he sees.
That he can immediately know about where he is, that a place he's never been before.
All the 5 license plates of the cars outside. Just
he just like it retains all this stuff immediately. He doesn't know why. And it's like, because he's a super secret badass assassin. That's why.
Right. Come on, Jason.
So he's just like confused at who he is.
Yeah. And he's getting headaches too, with like flashbacks and lights in his eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't really know much about the flashbacks. It's mostly involves him hitting the water, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Yeah. So they finally get
hitting
to Paris.
The water?
Paris.
Wait, what do you mean hitting the water?
Like when he fell into the water.
He's in the water at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought you meant like his glass of water or something. It was like, I'm so frustrated.
Yo, let me hit that water.
He just like throws the glass. He's just throwing glass every scene, every time he's angry. He's just like, no, I can't remember anything. They finally get to Paris.
And he's asleep in the car.
Oh,
loser.
So we do get this scene, this ridiculously stupid scene where they activate a bunch of agents.
Oh, yes.
The CIA is like, okay, activate
the
assets. And there's like 3 agents they activate to basically like find Bourne and kill him.
Yep.
But it's like digital music. I don't know if this is Moby's music montage. Or not, but it's like,
no, it's the
and then it's
guy,
like
but
they introduce all of them and they're like the professor, and it's Clive Owen.
It's like the text on screen coming through like it's being typed, like
my God,
computerized, and like this computer.
I love that.
Like all the
I love those sort of
electronic
things.
whirring.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And we see these people at their like, the one guy's riding like a scooter and gets a phone call and he's like, and then Clive Owen, the professor,
teaching a kid piano.
Yeah, he's like a piano teacher by day. Like that's his secret identity. And then
like,
this fucking
out.
other dude. I forget the other dude's name.
It doesn't matter.
The other agent is literally like sitting. Yeah, he's sitting in a boardroom business meeting, but he's so stoic. And I just think like these dudes, like, I don't like working with Jerry. He's too serious.
Yeah.
Because he just picks up his phone. He's like,
he had to leave the room and
he just
we haven't seen him for days. So these are all like these undercover assassin agents that they're now activated.
Wouldn't that suck if you were an undercover assassin? Your cover up job was just to go to like be a businessman.
Yeah, that would just be boring.
You have an assassination in 4 weeks. Until then, I want you to go to this company and be a businessman.
At least Clive Owen gets to teach like Bach and Beethoven.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be a piano teacher instead of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. He can make his own schedule. He can cancel for the day and be like, sorry, got to kill a guy.
Sorry, I got to go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Scooter guy, frosted tips. His name's Castile.
Yikes.
Or Castile, not Castile. Castile would be a fun villain name, but his name is Castile.
The professor's still the best name for sure.
Yeah, the professor is the best name.
I don't know if he calls himself that or that's his just code name. The professor.
Oh, it's the professor.
The professor.
Right.
That's just what it is. So they're in Paris. Bourne wakes up in the car. He's finally slept for like hours. And they go to the address that was John Michael Caine's address.
I think we've skipped over the zoom and enhance.
Have we?
Well, yeah, because they're going to Paris now and they know who Marie is.
Do they know at this point?
Oh,
yeah, because
they do.
he has her picture.
Why would he
Okay, let's talk
deploy
about
the
Zoom.
freaking professor?
Let's talk about zoom and enhance. Let's talk about zoom and enhance.
Yeah, it's an important sort of.
It's very important.
It's a very big movie trope that it's really funny to me.
I love it.
The CIA finds the CCTV footage of Zurich and they see that Jason's getting into the car with Marie in the alleyway. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, okay, well, hold on. I can't see the car. It's a little too far away. How about zoom and enhance? And takes this one image and just zooms it. Like
perfectly clear. It's bullshit.
Perfectly clear. It's always bullshit. And so many movies do it, but I love it.
Like the CCT footage would be
enhanced.
It would be higher quality if you could enhance it like that. It doesn't suddenly make it better quality because you enhance it. Oh man.
So they find out who Marie Kreutz is, and they're like, "I want to know every place she slept in the last 6 years." Like, go super in depth with it.
They think that she's like somehow like
they think she's some sort of asset,
also
like
spy,
but just like she's also like like an enemy of the U.S. sort of thing because she has like she's barely paid taxes. She little for digital footprint, credit footprint, anything.
Okay,
but that's just because she's a poor woman who's basically
she's just a chill girl. Oh yeah,
she is. She just goes across with her friends in the country and just does whatever she wants.
Exactly.
That's sick.
She's my girl, honestly.
Yeah,
my girl.
She's your girl. Yeah, yeah. Derek has a huge crush on her. We'll talk about that later.
Later, we're talking about it now.
Later in the episode. When we get to the moment,
we're in Paris. We're still in Paris.
Naked
with Jason and Marie, and they're going to the apartment.
The apartment registered under John Michael Caine. John Michael Caine. Name, right?
John Michael Caine. Because that was the address he found with the John Michael. It was in John Michael Caine's passport. That's where the address was.
Yeah, the French.
Because when they pull up to the apartment, they open the door, and then the landlady, the super. She's
isn't she a maid or something for him?
A maid or somebody, just a manager, maybe something like that.
A nice old lady.
A nice short little old French lady. Mr. Caine. Oh, bonjour. It's been a while since we've seen you. She's really cute. She's really cute. And
slightly Italian.
Hello, Mr. Bourne. Slightly,
Mr. Bourne.
Yeah, that's true.
Mr. Bourne.
They go up to the apartment. And it's a nice apartment. It's a nice Paris apartment.
Damn, boy.
Exactly, yeah.
Got a little
so they're up there, and Marie's like, Marie's still like hanging out with Jameson at this, even though she's drove him to Paris. She's fulfilled her end of the bargain. She can take the money and go, but then she's like, maybe I'll come upstairs.
I want to hang out.
And then she just makes herself at home, turns on the water, brushes her teeth. I mean, I guess she doesn't brush her teeth.
She's like really making herself at home. She looks in the medicine cabinet.
Yeah, it's a real nice place too. It's real nice.
Super bougie Paris apartment.
Super bougie. And he has like this study, like office area. And so again, him being just immediately smart, knows everything, picks up the phone and immediately hits redial. And he gets the reception area of a hotel. And what he does is he goes, do you have a person there by the name of Jason Bourne? And then they look at him like, no Jason Bourne. And then he goes, you know what? Do you have someone there by the name of John Michael Caine? And then he gets transferred over to a different guy, and the guy's like, "Who are you? How are you related to Mr. Caine?" And the guy goes, "I'm a friend." And then they're like, "I'm very sorry to inform you, but Mr. Caine died 2 weeks ago in a horrible car crash."
Yeah,
interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tell me more, sir, on the other line.
That must be some CIA cover-up shit.
Yeah.
That's bull honky.
They're like killing all his identities.
Personas.
Yep.
Interesting.
So, but they kill this John Michael Caine, but like the maid. See, this is where I think the French apartment is actually in Jason Bourne's name, right? Isn't it?
You might be right. I forget what she says when she opens the door.
If they killed John Michael Caine 2 weeks ago, wouldn't this maid be like?
I forget what the lady says. I forget if she says, "Oh, Mr. Bourne."
I think she says, "Monsieur Bourne." Yeah, I think that's what she
Mr.
says.
I think she says
Because-
Mr. King.
No,
I think she
because
says
when
Mr.
he
King.
because when he phones the hotel, he asks for a Jason Bourne, but then he has to remember the John Michael Caine because he pulls out his passports and finds the John Michael Caine passport.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if he already knew the apartment was John Michael Caine. Anyway, that's not the most important part of this movie.
No.
So he's found that information. He knows where the hotel is now. And Marie's kind of hanging around. She's like, what's going on? Did you find any information? And he's like, yeah, there's
know
John
who you
Michael
are
Caine. There's a
now?
hotel. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
But
she's
she
like, do you
still
mind if I
hasn't-
use the washroom? And he's like, yeah, I guess so. I guess this is my place. I don't know.
Right.
And then I don't know what causes it, but he starts getting real fucking edgy and suspicious. Like
Yeah.
someone's in the house or something.
It's like a little trigger goes off and he's suddenly all wary of what's going on. And he's like looking around and it's kind of silent. And he looks at Marie and she's looking, oh, okay, what is it? What is it?
What is it?
And then all of a sudden a man bursts through the window
What?
and starts firing a machine gun.
Yeah. Like literally
Ew,
just like,
what?
it's Castell, frosted tipped Castell.
No way.
And he's just like,
baby, that was
Repels
a dead
through the
giveaway.
window with a machine gun, firing guns blazing. Bourne obviously dodges, gets right out of the way.
like,
And they're starting to
this
fight.
rock.
They
this
fight.
was, do you think this was, I don't think this was the best approach for this guy.
Wow, he could have
just bursting through the window, guns ablaze.
I mean, yeah, he definitely could have just
Right.
set up across the street with a sniper rifle and popped Bourne when he was looking out the window asking for
but
the
that's
telephone
not his
number.
specialty.
True.
His specialty is ropes and machine guns.
Ropes, yeah. He's
They
the
all
rope
have
and
their own
machine gun
specialty.
man.
Yeah,
That's why they send him
That's
first
his
because like
thing.
he'll probably fail.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Bourne's specialty is pens.
His pants. So they're
Stop.
fighting. They're fighting. They're
No.
going hard at it.
For
and
real?
And eventually,
Are you guys being serious?
Yes.
Well, Bourne. So Bourne
Yeah.
grabs a knife from the kitchen when he's searching around, and then Marie
He's like,
walks
I
out
hate
of the
knives, goes and
bathroom
grabs a pen
and he
instead.
drops it. Well, no, he drops the knife because he doesn't want to look suspicious to Marie. The guy
Yeah.
bursts through. They fight like crazy moves.
Bourne's like,
This
"Oh shit, I
Castell
don't have a
guys.
knife anymore. Better
No.
grab this pen."
Oh yeah, he grabs the
Right.
pen.
He grabs the pen. He stabs a guy a few times in the chest, and then just sticks
chest,
the
leg, arm.
and then sticks
Okay.
the pen right in his knuckle,
Ooh.
Ew.
like right into his
Gives me
hand.
shivers.
Yeah, like
Shivers.
just right into his hand, and it's like really.
That's
and
filthy.
then
Yeah.
he breaks his arm a few times.
Oh
Or,
yeah,
he breaks his arm across his
Castell
back.
pulls it
Ew.
out of his. He gets
Ew.
up and he goes,
Which I
pulls it
wouldn't
right
do
out of
really.
his
If you got
hand.
a
Ew.
knife, it's like because there's a lot of veins in your hand. I wouldn't just pull
Oh,
that
yeah.
pen out of there.
Now you got
Yeah.
ink poisoning and
Idiot.
shit. All right.
Yeah.
Stupid ass.
So, but then Bourne completely breaks his leg and arm. Like,
Oh yeah, just
ridiculous.
completely incapacitates the guy. He's lying on the floor. Who are you? Who are you working for?
Yeah.
Shaking him.
And he on him is like this page. I don't know why he like has it on him. I'm sure he would have known that information.
It's
Anyway,
in his bag. Yeah.
Oh, it's in his bag, and it's a page of like a one. It's like it's Bourne's picture
throws it
and
to
Marie's
Marie.
picture. Yeah,
Marie
Okay.
is, by the way, Marie has
Oh.
just been standing there for this entire fight. She's just been standing
And
there
she's
doing
shocked.
absolutely
Useless.
nothing.
She's
Yeah.
shocked, baby. What the
Yeah,
fuck
probably.
would you do?
I mean, yeah, you
Huh?
drive
That's
it. I drive a guy to Paris. He starts fighting with another guy. I'm just standing there like an idiot.
Like an idiot.
So Bourne throws her the bag like an idiot.
Idiot.
So he's got those wanted pages with Jason Bourne's face and then Marie's face as well. And she's like, "Oh my god, how do you have this? What is this?" And she yells at the dude, even though he's on the ground, like kind of dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you have this? Why do you have this picture of me? I'd be freaked out
Yeah.
too.
and then Bourne's like, "Hold on, I'll handle this. I'm
Bourne
the
goes
one
over to Marie. He's like,
interrogating."
"I'm going to handle this."
Yeah,
I'm the
Castell
assassin.
gets up on the ground with a broken leg. He gets up, stands up, jumps out the window.
the paper
Again.
thin
Come
window.
on.
He like breaks the fucking frame and everything. Just like launches himself off the balcony.
Jumps
Kills
out the window,
himself.
off the balcony, onto the street.
Yeah,
He kills
he
himself.
fucking
Really?
yeah. Yeah,
I guess that's what they're
Wow.
trained to do.
yeah, cyanide capsule or
Okay.
jump off a balcony.
Yeah, it's
Either or.
pick one. Cyanide
Yeah.
capsule or jump out the window.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't
yeah,
know.
Marie
and
is a
then
little
Marie
perplexed.
she is shocked. She goes into immediate shock, and she's like,
Sure.
"He jumped off."
He jumped out the window. Why would
why did you
somebody
do
do that?
That's her main
And
concern.
then they're like, okay, Jason Bourne is obviously like, okay, we got to get out of here now
Yeah,
because this
Well,
just
he-
happened.
he kind of goes like, "You can stay. But I gotta go. Tell the cops
Oh
everything.
yeah, he
They'll
offers
believe
her an
you."
out. He offers
But
her,
then-
Yeah.
the way out, but she's like, nah, this
but
guy's
she's
hot.
on
Let's
the
keep
wanted
going.
paper
Yeah.
too. No, she's on
Yeah,
the
she's on
wanted
what-
paper
You're right.
too.
Yeah, she's
Like
been wanted
she
to.
can't
So she,
Well, no,
defend
but-
herself.
But this was just pictures. This is not like internationally wanted. This is just like the assassins have their pictures.
Yeah.
So this guy just boinged through the frickin'. Yeah, but he just like whipped through a window. Like if I were in that situation, I'd be like, no, I want to stay with someone who obviously can kill a guy because I can't.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
He's a protector.
It's a smart move.
Yes, Matt Damon, the protector.
And then but they're like, he offers her an out, and she's like, she's in shock, so she can't really, I don't know if she's in that part. So they
come down the stairs.
They come down the stairs,
and he shot not Matt Damon. Castell had shot the old lady in the forehead. She's like sitting against the wall.
Oh,
they did her dirty.
No.
They did her very dirty. There's she's sitting on a bench with a bullet hole right in her forehead.
Yeah. Which again, this guy clearly had like a silenced gun or some shit. Killed this lady in the building. Then went back outside the building, roped up, and crashed through the fucking window.
Exactly. He's standing at the top of the building. You know what? I killed the maid pretty quietly. What if I even it up by just going in real loud?
Really hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Oh, man. Like, this guy, he's not the CIA's
What an
best,
absolute
honestly.
pinch.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, he's clearly an idiot.
They leave the Paris apartment and get in the car. They get in the car. And they drive away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
While there's a crowd gathering around the body on the street.
They don't drive away.
Yes.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Oh no.
Okay. Cool.
Oh no. He pulls up to. I remember. Sorry. He pulls up, and he's got. I think is he phoning somewhere? But he tells her to stay in the car. But she doesn't when he comes back. But then she comes back.
That's later. I think when they're at the train station.
No. Is it? Oh, yeah,
right before the car chase.
Yeah, this is right. Yeah, this is the next thing.
I don't think so. No, because they're still at the apartment. They have to leave the apartment first.
No, that's what I mean. They leave the apartment,
but
in the car.
They leave the apartment.
They don't have a chase yet. They don't chase yet.
Right.
Yeah, so they go to the train station.
I guess to say as they leave the apartment, there's a bunch of people watching around the dead body. Obviously, on the street, they're gathered around. One guy looks kind of suspicious.
Oh,
so they probably know that the Mini Cooper is connected to this guy falling out the window for some reason.
Yeah,
so that gets
true.
the attention. That gets the attention of the Paris police.
Yes, and the CIA also, I think, are like, "Oh, mission failed. Mission failed. He's dead."
Yeah, CIA for 2 at this point.
Yeah, they're just back in the States, just being like, "What do we do?
Yeah.
We don't know what to do."
Bring in the professor.
What?
Bring in the professor.
They do bring in the professor, actually. So
eventually, yeah.
Well, should we just?
He's the last
there's a Wombosi bit.
Is he?
Well, that doesn't happen yet.
No,
I think no. What happens?
Oh yeah, your Wombosi's a little bit later, I think.
So what happens is in the sequence of events, Jason Bourne and Marie, he drives to train station, tells her to stay in the car. He's going to go check the trains out, see when, like, maybe get them tickets. But then I forget what happens, but he kind of like looks at the fucking twirling train schedule.
Yeah, like the clickety clackety letters on the
clickety clack, and Marie's not in the car, and he's worried. But Marie comes back with a fucking big bottle of alcohol,
probably a sandwich and some sort of
she's still in shock.
Supplies.
But she's kind of in shock, and they're sitting, and he's like, "I told you not to leave," and he's like, and she's just like, "Oh,
I needed a drink,"
which
is understandable.
Yeah,
although you can understand. I mean, you were saying you don't understand why people drink when they're nervous.
If I'm ever in shock, I do not need.
Have you ever
alcohol.
been in shock?
Probably not.
Okay.
Maybe.
Probably.
I don't know.
True.
I feel like I don't. I feel like I would not want straight liquor.
Yeah, it'd be probably hard to tell when you're, but yeah.
I want a cold glass of water.
That's a great point.
I want a big glass of milk.
Milk and cookies.
Let's do that. Let's put you in a movie where you big
He's
glass.
He's in shock. Get him 50 cc's of milk.
Glass of milk.
He needs a milk mustache to balance him out.
So as they're leaving the train station, she's in the car having a drink.
The cops start approaching.
There's police cars and start rolling up. Cops get out of the cars. They're starting to slowly approach this car. And Jason's like, you keep this car maintained real well? You know, change the tires, fill up the tires. Oil's okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
How's your mileage? She's like, yeah, it's fine. Why? And just as the cops are about to roll up on the car, he pulls it in reverse.
Oh, yeah.
He just spins it right around, and we get a sweet ass car chase
with Moby or no? Did Moby not do this?
I don't think Moby's. I think Moby only does the end credits song.
Okay, he only does.
I think that's the only Moby we're gonna get here.
Yes, John Powell did the score.
Powell, yeah, it's your it's your traditional sort of car chase scene.
Techno.
Right.
Yeah, like techno sort of thing.
Because it's early 2000s and it's spies.
It's
so it's
really
be like,
cool. It's a really cool
Yeah.
car chase. He's going against traffic along the Paris sort of highway along the river in Paris, and there's
Also,
cars flipping around and
La
car chases
Grande.
and sirens going off.
Are Germans on the left side? Like of the car?
I didn't get time to study my car side driving of Europe.
Because this Mini Cooper is
I think so.
It's like it's the normal North American way.
Yeah, and I'm assuming in Europe you can just drive.
Is the UK the only country that is on the right side, or
I don't think so. I think there's
I think
different in a few countries.
too.
Yeah,
Some places in
were the
Europe.
steering wheels on the right
so.
side of the car. I don't know. Anyway,
Maybe actually, I'm not sure about that.
Major fucking car chase
with motorcycles, police cars.
They fuck those cops up.
A bunch of cars flipping over. He's driving on the sidewalk.
Oh yeah.
He gets away,
but he can go in thin spaces because
he's got a Mini Cooper, so he can go through tiny alleyways and evade the capture of the Paris officials.
That's why you want a Mini Cooper.
Pulls that Mini Cooper into a tiny little parking garage underneath a building. It's nice and dark.
Yeah. And he's basically just like, say goodbye to your car.
Yeah, we can never come back to this car. I'm going to wipe it down, make sure it's untraceable. See you later.
Yeah.
See ya.
And then do we get the Wombosi stuff?
Yes.
Now we did?
Yes.
So
Wombosi, back to Wombosi. Wombosi's this African dictator
who had a failed assassination attempt on him that we learned.
Yes.
And he's been in the news because he's been very open about, the United States trying to kill me, and I'm going to release a bunch of like secret information because
it's going to just be a whistleblower for the CIA.
And the idea is that this African dictator is one of those guys, the states do this thing where they place their own people into countries to be like democratically elected leaders, but really they're just like agents for the state. But then a lot of times they turn, like Osama bin Laden was one of those guys, he was a CIA trained person who then turned on the United States. So anyway,
they want Wombosi dead.
Yeah.
They want him dead.
Yeah. The states want him dead. He's about to release a bunch of information. He actually is, we see Wombosi in the morgue with his crew because he's there to identify this John Michael Caine, who's apparently who somehow he knows that's his assassin.
Okay.
So he checks the body. He know that? I think it's because the CIA lets him know.
I think that's because the alias that John Bourne used when he got into the boat.
Yes, is John Michael Caine. Yeah. So he goes and he says, "This is not the man who tried to kill me," and then he leaves, and that's it.
Because it's a burnt ass body, and
but he knows it's not the dude. So he's just like this dude.
And then he's in his apartment. He's just chilling in his apartment, talking to one of his advisors.
The next, that's the next thing.
I don't know. I think that happens before.
It is. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. So, so that's why they killed this John Michael Caine. They planted a body because they want Wombosi to think that his assassin's dead. So he's in his fucking house or whatever, his apartment. He's walking down the stairs, and then boom.
Bam.
He fucking gets shot in the head.
Well, we had a synchronized bam there. That was pretty good.
We did, yeah.
It was like boom, bam.
Boom, bam. Boom, bam, bam. But I noticed, and I'm going to go back and look at this, but I noticed that he's walking down the stairs. He's got this nice, tight black sweater going on.
Yep.
And then there's like a shot, and then there's a quick cut, and he's like falling down the stairs. He's wearing a jacket.
No way.
This is Movie Goofs with Will. Welcome to Movie Goofs with Will.
Movie Goofs. I'm pretty certain he just had like this nice, fucking like
hi, Stevie.
Sweater.
Stevie,
come say hi.
She can't hear you. I have headphones.
Oh, okay. Stevie.
Auntie Wanka's here.
I'm pretty sure he had a nice black sweater on, and then when he got shot and falls down the stairs, he's suddenly wearing a jacket. So it was a magic bullet that gave him a jacket.
Yeah. Put the jacket on.
But then we see the guy who shoots him is none other than the professor.
The professor.
Okay.
Who sniped him from across the street.
Yeah.
Up on
Like a
top of the
smart
building.
guy.
Mm-hmm. The professor packs up his giant fucking sniper rifle and leaves, having finished the job. That
It's like,
Bourne.
Boom, bam, I'm done.
Yes. So,
We cut back to Marie and Jason, who have found just a regular, they want to find an inconspicuous hotel in Paris
So
somewhere
why
to lay
the
low
heck
for a
do
few
they
little
want
bit.
him dead though? Like he just made a big boo-boo, made a mistake, couldn't
Jason
kill the
Bourne?
guy. Yeah.
well, he's
Yes.
like because he didn't kill
They
the guy.
don't know that he has amnesia.
Okay.
They don't know that he doesn't know
No.
who he is. They think that he's just, just straight up going rogue.
Yeah, that he
Right.
went rogue.
Okay.
That he didn't
okay.
kill Wombosi on purpose.
Like
and
he
that
on
he's
purpose, and
now-
he's trying to be against the CIA. So they're worried that he's
Yeah.
going to do something stupid.
Oh,
Mhm.
But in
okay.
reality,
And
he just
also-
doesn't know who the hell he's working for.
And also,
Right.
it seems from the nature of this job, as we've saw dude flying off the balcony, is that if you can't finish the job, you got to fucking finish yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Or else, leak information and can be traced back to Treadstone.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So anyway, they're after him. So they stay in the hotel, right? Or no?
Yep, they find a little shitty backstreet hotel in Paris, Hotel de la Paix,
Mhm.
which I think
Is this the moment?
Pie.
There's two moments.
Pie
so
hotel.
they do the hotel thing first, though, don't they?
yeah, they go to the shitty hotel first.
No, they go to the nice hotel that John Michael Caine stayed at, right? They do that whole rigmarole. Oh no,
No,
they cut
I
her.
don't think so.
You're right.
Yeah, they got to cut her hair first at the shitty
Yeah.
hotel.
What?
You're right.
They're at the
you're
shitty
right.
hotel.
Totes right. You're totally right.
Yeah,
So what does
dude.
she look like actually? You guys have not told me yet. What
Okay.
Marie looks
Okay. So
like.
she's just a nice looking lady. She's German, but she's got bright red hair,
cool.
big long sort of
I mean,
shoulder
it's like
length.
It's got
Colored
like different
black
kind
and
of
red hair.
colors. Yeah,
It's
kind of
black
colored
with
hair.
red highlights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like she's like a free spirited sort of European girl.
Cool.
Yeah. Exactly.
But the Paris police have her photo, or no, not Paris police, or do they? Yeah, they do. They have her photo.
Soon.
They know who she
We'll
looks
see
like.
this. Not yet.
Yeah.
No, we
So,
don't
like,
know.
she
We
looks
don't know
like-
this yet. We don't know this.
They know
We
who
gotta,
she
we
looks
gotta change
like.
her hair.
The people after her knows
Right.
what she looked like, but they're like, let's cut your hair. You'll appreciate.
So they're in this Paris
Cut
apartment. It's
and dye
really
your
dark.
hair.
It's
Yeah.
it's like sort of he's cutting her hair with some scissors, doing
Just
a
like-
pretty okay job. I don't think
Yeah.
he's ever been
He
trained to cut
just
hair,
fucking
but
grabs it and cuts it, and
He
then
knows
afterwards
how.
she's got this nice little
it's a little short little bob cut. It's
shaggy
nice.
bob. Yeah.
But this entire scene, they're like sort of half undressed. She's in her bra. He's shirtless. There's a
He's
little bit
got
of
a
tension
he's got a
there.
tank top. This is
Yeah.
also like he's like the least ripped in this
Yeah.
movie. Like
He's also like
Funny.
by that fifth Jason Bourne movie, he is so fucking bulky, Matt Damon. This movie,
Mhm.
he just
Oh,
looks
really?
mostly like a regular dude. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I know Stevie. Hello. Sorry, Stevie's knocking at my door.
Aw.
What a cute dog. She has some opinions on the Bourne movie.
Yeah.
She does.
What,
yeah.
Stevie, did you think he was wearing a sweater, then a jacket, or a jacket the whole time?
A
I
jacket
think she was wearing
and then
it.
a
I
sweater.
think you're full of shit. I think that's what she said.
Yeah, exactly.
Stevie.
But they're in the apartment. They're cutting hair. It's kind of steamy a little bit in there. And she
Well, steamy.
and I was telling Will, this is my favorite ever movie kiss.
Oh,
She gives
yeah.
him she gives him like this little sort of subtle peck on the lips
Hmm.
as she's like kind of leaning in close to him, and then they start going at it, really kissing really hard. But
Mhm.
yeah, that
Kissing
little
really
sort of like
hard.
subtle peck she gives him is like my favorite.
Yeah. Because he
Just
like
absolutely fantasizing about this lady, eh?
oh yeah, this is Derek's MTV Movie Awards Kiss of the
It
Year.
is. It
Yeah.
is
Kiss of the
honestly
year.
because she like goes in and like kind of like gives that sort of like little
And then he
subtle
kind of like
peck, and
backs
he's like,
away
"What?"
because he's a real gentleman.
Yeah, he's also just no horniness in him at all. He's just programmed to
He's
be a
just an
super soldier
assassin.
and not think about what his penis is doing.
no
Just
horny.
an assassin.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No horny.
and and he so they make out and they presumably have the sex.
Oh, I don't think presumably they definitely do.
Yeah.
They wake up in the
Oh.
same bed together. He wakes up first.
Oh.
She wakes up next.
Yeah.
Right.
He's already up dressed, wiped the whole room down, and watching her sleep, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is what you want in your romantic partner.
Right. That's what they always do.
Excuse me.
Watch them
Oh,
sleep.
boy.
And so what they do is he goes to they go to the hotel, and there's this plan. I think the plan is to get the room that John Michael Caine, the phone
and
records
any information
of that room.
numbers he called.
Yeah. And so it's funny. She's dressed up and he's going over the plan with her. Like, now, what are you going to do? You're going to look in, there's this many exits. This is what you're going to do. You're going to say this. I'm going to phone you from the lobby phone. This is how we're going to do it.
Yeah. He's he's got it super planned out.
Yeah. And she's like, yes. Okay. And then she walks into the hotel. She's like walking in with like his voice in her head, all echoey, like, like, oh, I have to remember all this super spy stuff.
Yeah.
And he goes to like this phone booth to phone the lobby phone. I still don't really know what the plan really was. Anyway, the phone's not picking up. And then she appears at the phone booth and he's like, what went wrong? What happened? And then she's just like, basically, I just asked them the front desk for the phone records. I said I was your assistant.
I was John Michael Caine's personal assistant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they gave the phone records
and
immediately.
And they just gave it to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all this planning and crazy stuff, and she just goes and asks.
Yeah.
Not necessary.
So he's like,
easy.
Fuck me, whatever. Secret agent paid off for nothing. $30 million out the window.
Yeah.
All this is so that he can get the phone records. So he finds the phone number, the last phone call or whatever. One of the phone calls was for this like shipping company, this like yacht company.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I forgot to say, Bourne didn't change his look at all.
No,
like they made an effort to cut her hair and like change her look, but he just looks the same now.
But as I said, that's because he's like, I've got super spy skills. I can blend in no matter what.
That's true.
She needs to look different because she's not as cool as me.
So they get the number for this yacht company, shipping sort of big boat company.
Mm-hmm. And he goes in and like has a meeting. And this man's like, oh, Mr. Caine, like, have you thought any more about the yacht purchase? And he's like, oh, and then he grabs all this information from him again about this specific boat.
It's a specific model of a boat. It's like the V21 Super Deluxe BB
and it's
yacht
like
thing.
Blueprints, everything about the boat so that he could make an informed purchase, this Michael Caine, Michael Caine. And at this point, Jason Bourne is like, so I'm definitely John Michael Caine. I mean, I'm Bourne, but I just met that guy as John Michael Caine. He knows me because he's still trying to figure out who he actually is. Is he Jason Bourne or is he John Michael Caine? Or is he K. Paul from Canada?
He's got to go to Canada to find out.
Yeah, K-Fed.
He might be K-Fed.
It says I was at the CN Tower and I have to be.
Yeah. Oh man, we go crazy if
I have to find a blueprint for an ice fishing tent.
Yeah,
that'd be sickening.
But he's like, so he's looking through. There's like this pamphlet on this yacht and all the famous owners. One of the famous owners
was Nikwana Wombosi.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like
who's this
guy,
Wombosi
guy? I've seen this Wombosi name before.
He knows.
Oh, you know where they saw Wombosi's name and why they connection? We've missed a scene.
Okay.
He goes to the morgue where Wombosi went because that's where John Michael Caine is supposed to be at.
Yes.
But the body's gone. And Matt Damon, getting pretty fed up, grabs the fucking like sign-in sheet from them and just like bursts out. And so notice the last visit was Wombosi. And so now he sees Wombosi own this yacht. So he's the connection. And they're like, well, we got to go find this Wombosi. But, lo and behold, it's a crime scene now. Wombosi's dead.
He's been shot. He's dead. What the hell?
He did.
Didn't do it.
And this is basically where Jason finds out. This is where Jason finds out who he is, basically, kind of. Not fully. Okay. He doesn't find out who he is until like a lot later. But like 3 movies.
Jesus.
But
I was wondering, how did they make so many movies?
Yeah. The first 3 are great.
Yes.
Second one's a little colorful, but third one's really good.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He reads an article in the newspaper about Wombosi's claims that the Americans tried to have him assassinated and that he shot his assassin twice in the back before he jumped off his yacht.
Yeah.
So that's where he figures, I'm the assassin. I am some trained killer.
Cool.
Yeah.
But Marie is now a little hesitant because she's like, "Oh my God, you're an assassin! Get me the hell out of here!"
Yeah,
she
sure.
kind of freaks
This-
out a little bit.
Yeah, at
she
this
saw
point,
him
they
like
find
kill a
out-
guy, but whatevs.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Well,
now
it's
she-
kind of that, but also this is also where they find the wanted poster, the actual Paris police wanted photo with both
So,
of
yeah,
them.
so they're like-
now
they're
she
widely
knows
known.
she's super in trouble because it's not just like secret organizations; it's like the actual, local authorities. are
Actual
looking
police
for
now.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and so she's like,
Have we talked about
worried.
Julia Stiles yet?
"No, we have not talked
No.
about Julia Stiles
We
yet.
haven't even
Who's
mentioned
that?
her.
No, Julia Stiles, such
What'd she do?
She's
An
the
okay
head.
actress.
She's the head of the sort of remote operation of Treadstone in Paris.
Yeah,
So it's like
She-
a little
Really?
outpost.
Yeah, she's in a fucking she's in this apartment with a secret room all day with all this electronics. Basically, she's like the liaison for all these agents.
And
in
she's the
Europe.
one who kind of sends out the information to all the assets,
Yeah,
being the other assassins.
Okay.
she's the one who makes the boop bloop 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 bloop, bloop and the typey noises.
Yeah, she
to all
sends the
agents.
photos through to the guys and be like, "Kill this person."
Yeah, so
Okay.
she's been basically up in her room this whole time, giving information to these assets.
Oh, okay.
Her name's Nikki Parsons. Nikki Parsons is the character.
Nikki Parsons also, yeah, she's
Okay.
Oh, gosh, and she's in all the other most of the other movies too.
Most of them, yeah.
Okay.
She's a character they keep around for some reason.
Yeah,
They like her.
I
They
guess
do.
so.
She does a good job.
so did Bourne. Spoiler alert.
So they're wanted in Paris,
Uh-oh.
and this is the point where they realize, like, we have to get out of Paris. We have to move. We have to leave.
Oui,
Mm.
avec.
So they go to Marie's. I don't know. It's a friend. I think it's her
Her sort
stepbrother.
of foster brother. Or
It's like a foster
something
brother
like
thing
that.
because she like grew up in foster homes, and they do mention earlier on when they're talking about relations, like, and a foster brother outside of Paris or something like that, or a step
Okay.
Yeah,
something like that. They go to his place because he owns property outside of Paris, but she doesn't expect him to
like
be
in the
there,
countryside somewhere.
like a country cottage. So they're like, we
Okay.
can go and stay there. They break into the cottage, but then it's around Christmas time. It's around the winter time.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's pretty
They
winterish.
break in. It's not even a cottage. It's a grand estate. It's a
There's only a few
compound.
buildings, like a farm. That's a farm.
Yeah, it's a farm. They break in, and Jason immediately sees like Christmas light and a Christmas tree on, and he's like, "Shit, we got to go because they're
Right.
here. Like they live here. They just weren't there in the
Oh.
moment." And this guy, her brother, whatever, like pulls up with his kids, and he's just like. He's like, "Oh, not again!" Like she's like the fuck up of the family or some shit. Like,
Right.
He's like,
What is it now,
it's like-
Marie?
yeah. So
Yeah.
he agrees to let them stay there, and
It's a very cute
Bourne's-
family. Yeah, like two kids and a dog.
Yeah, and Bourne
Classic.
is super. He's super connected to kids because he's
It's
standing
weird,
there
yeah.
watching them in the middle of the night because he's worried about them. He's like,
He's like playing with
I
them on
thought-
the swings, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna get yourself tangled up in the swing there." He's just kind of
Okay.
standing there
I
watching
don't
over the
think he
kids.
says
It's
that.
very protective.
He's just a
I think I like
helicopter
that though.
dad.
It's like
yeah.
I like him being like alluded to
Yeah.
like protective over the kids because
Yeah.
that kind of comes into play a little bit later.
yeah.
Okay.
And so the next morning, or a couple mornings later, I don't know how long it's really been, but they're
He's probably there for a little bit.
yeah. By the way, the CIA totally knows about this place because they know her whole history. So they're probably at this place.
Check this
Right.
place out.
Check this place out. And Nikki meets up with the professor and is like, "Here's your fucking shit." He appears out of nowhere. It's like a camera pan where Nikki's looking around for him, turns back, and there's the professor.
What?
I
You
forget
know,
what they call that.
I forget.
That trick.
Oh, I think it's a Texas switch or something.
Texas switch. Yeah, I think that might have been. Or
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what it
No,
is.
Texas
Since
switch
he
is
just
when
appears.
the Texas switch is when an actor runs
When
off
it goes
screen
away
and,
and then he comes in a different stunt
back
double,
on. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Anyway,
They call it a Minnesota appearance. That's what
a
it is.
Minnesota appearance. Yeah,
Stop.
That's what it's called. I believe,
Wisconsin flip.
that's what it's called. Yeah, that's it.
Anyway,
I like this game. More states and words that mean similar things.
The next morning, dude, the brothers in his little breakfast nook, and they're all in the morning.
I love
It's a cute
breakfast
house.
and
nooks.
Marie's
God.
like, "Yeah, well,
Can we just
we'll be
talk
out of your
about
hair
breakfast
soon."
nooks?
All right, I like it. Top 10 breakfast nooks. Go.
Yes.
Oh my god, I don't know any. I just love the idea of nooks and breakfast.
Okay, that's good enough.
He's eating a cereal, his cereal
Oh,
nook.
boring.
The kids come in and they're like, "Daddy." They're British, by the way. So this is where
Daddy.
she's
Yeah, they're British
German.
children.
He's British.
Yeah, it's a
but it's
fostered.
weird though that she's
Daddy, the
German
dog's
and he's
missing.
British. Yeah.
Oh God.
I forget the dog's name. It's
Foster
like
brother.
Charlie or something.
Yeah. I guess so. From all
He's
over the
not anywhere.
countryside.
Guess so.
And
He's
they're in
never
France.
gone.
It's in the UK.
It's
Yeah.
a very European film. Yeah. Anyway,
Europe's live
the dog's
everywhere.
missing. Yeah, the dog's missing, and Matt Damon's like, "Does that happen a lot?" And the dude's like, "No,
the
but,
dog's
you
always
know,
here for
always
breakfast."
something, right?" And Matt Damon's like, "No, motherfucker, it isn't. Get in the basement."
Yeah.
like-
Oh, God.
He's very abrupt. It's like, no, the dog never misses breakfast. Get in the basement.
Weird.
Get your family get in the basement right now.
Yeah.
Run
And
out.
then this dude is immediately like, Marie, like,
Marie,
again,
what did you do?
hooked up with a
Marie.
secret
Who's this
agent.
you brought home?
That's hilarious.
So they get down to the basement and
The basement.
the basement. They get down to
Right
the
there.
basement. And Bourne, of course, because he's super secret assassin spy,
Yeah, he
knows
knows, so he
exactly
just-
where to find bullets and a gun that's hidden.
Yeah,
Like,
he's just
like,
opening drawers, finds some bullets, knows where the gun is. It's above in the pane, like the
Well, yeah.
the-
above the window, the door frame or something.
no
Like,
the cabinet. The
no,
big-
it was above the door, like the opening frame of like a door.
right. Yeah.
And it's this old shotgun, this big
Yeah,
old
super
shotgun.
big old rifle.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's like, get down there with your brother or whatever.
Hunting
and he
rifle,
walks
yeah.
outside and he immediately shoots this. It's like one of those big fucking like gas tanks,
Like,
Big-
yeah,
like
like you would
big
normally have on a
properties have.
farm, a big gas tank.
like a giant
Okay.
one.
Just shoots it,
shoots
blows it
it,
up.
Blows up.
Probably
And
a
then,
good like $2,000 worth of gas.
oh yeah, it's
right.
a lot. It's huge. And then we cut to like a scope shot, like a sniper rifle scope shot, and fucking the professor is like, "What the fuck?"
Mm.
Oh,
and is
shit, he
trying to
knows I'm
keep an
here.
eye on where Bourne is, but then Bourne just like walks through the smoke and then through into the trees, and then there's kind of like the professor like leaves his station and runs into it's like a field of like
Yeah,
straw
professor's
or
got like
whatever.
this. Yeah,
Yeah,
professor's
Long
got like
grass.
this super advanced sniper, like Swiss sniper with a scope on it and a bunch of
yeah.
fancy gadgets and suppressors and stuff
Mhm.
Mm.
just to be able
And
to kill
Bourne just has
but
an old
Because
shotgun.
he fancy.
Bourne has an old shotgun.
Yeah. And they
And
have
Bourne
a bit
runs
of a
into the forest.
standoff where like Professor's in the long grass, Bourne's out in the forest tree line, and they're trying to find each other. Look, Bourne
It's shot
shoots in
pretty
the
cool. The
air,
whole scene's
and
shot
the
pretty cool. It's like
birds
like
fly
the two.
away. Yeah,
Yeah, it's really kind of cool.
Okay.
and then Bourne shoots him in the fucking shoulder.
Bourne gets
Come
the
on.
shot on him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shoots him in the shoulder. The professor's like, God, oh shit, trying
And
to
then
crawl
he
for the gun, trying to
shoots
crawl for
him
the
in
pistol.
the gut again.
Shoots him again. He's on the ground bleeding.
Oh yeah,
Bourne
And then
goes
he
grabs the gun.
interrogates
He's
him.
like, okay, any more of you out here? Who else is
Any
with you? Who
more?
are you working for?
Who else you got?
and then Clive Owen, the professor, he has like I don't know. His last line is like so poetic in this movie. It's so great.
Yeah, it's a great little
Yeah.
scene there. It's like a little like sort of like a mutual respect because he's calm. He's just been shot in the gut, but he's like
He knows he's
sitting
done.
there. He's calm. He's like,
Yeah.
so what? What do you like? What are you? London, Paris? Where are you stationed from?
Yeah,
Mm.
Bourne's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
yeah.
You still get the headaches? The
What?
professor's just talking. You still get the headaches? I get such bad headaches.
Yeah.
You know, with the lights when you're driving.
Yeah, and he's just like,
Weird.
because he's like, who are the rest of you? He's like, I work alone. We always work alone. Like, that's what we do.
Yeah, so the professor knows.
Interesting.
The professor, he must be somewhat similar to what Jason Bourne's doing.
Mhm.
Right.
And then
But
he goes
you know,
like,
he's
Treadstone.
dying.
He just says, yeah, he's kind of dying and saying things randomly.
He's dying. He's grunting. He's like,
we work alone.
God,
Yeah.
I've been. Oh God, he's kind of dying. I'll let you say
Yeah.
it. Will.
Yeah, and then as he's dying, he's just like, he goes, look at this. Look what they make you give. And then he dies.
Weird.
And it's
And
such
he
a great
dies.
line. I don't know why I always remember that line,
Look
but
at this.
it's great.
Look what I make you give. Yeah,
And then he dies.
That's
Clive
so
Owen.
sad.
Clive Owen,
Dead.
good guy.
Good guy. We
2002.
like him.
Rip Professor. Bourne grabs Professor's effects, goes back to the farm as Marie's family is packing up in this van and being like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And Bourne's like, you go with your brother, get as far away as possible.
He gives her
Go.
some money.
Yeah. And he's like, no credit cards, no ID. You're going to have to live under the grid for the rest of your fucking life. I'm very sorry.
Yeah,
So
no
sorry.
shit.
That's cool.
Basically. And then They leave. I don't think they kiss goodbye, or do they?
I don't think so.
No, she just
Nah,
leaves.
she's
She
over
gets in
it.
the car with the kid. She gets in the car with the dad. Is the dog
Yeah.
in the car? I forget. Is the dog dead? The dog might
The
be
dog's dead, I'm pretty sure.
Aw.
dead. But the two kids and the guy, they leave in the van and they're
Yeah.
like, God damn it, you blew
Also,
up my damn gas tank. Let's get the
Bourne,
hell out of here.
yeah, you blew my
dog.
fucking house up.
Yeah, my dog's dead. Like shit.
And Bourne
Hate this
actually
guy.
takes a phone from the professor. He takes up most of the professor's shit that he had on him,
Yeah.
and he phones the last number, which is Nikki's number. But Nikki forwards it to the Treadstone office, and this is the first time Jason is talking to Conklin. Conkers.
Yeah, Mr. Conkers.
Mr. Conker's bad fur day.
And then they're like, code in.
Birthday. That's
Because
great.
they think it's the professor, and they're trying to ask him to code in and like give his like secret password or whatever.
And he goes,
Right.
"Who is this?" And then they're like, Jason, what happened, man? What are you doing? And then he's just like, basically he's like, Paris, 5:00 today. And I'm like, they're in the States.
Virginia.
and you're somewhere outside
Get
of Paris.
there.
I don't know what time. It must be like fucking 5 a.m. or maybe
Right.
6. I don't know how
It's
early
very
these
early.
Europeans wake up. Yeah.
They're gonna catch a Concorde. It's all right.
Yeah.
Conklin's on the
good.
Concorde. It's all right.
Conk.
And he's like, you come alone, you take your jacket off on the Rue de Rau Bridge or whatever. Rue de Rau.
Yeah, that's the name of the bridge. The Rue
Bridge.
de Rau
Rue
Bridge.
de Beauvoir,
Bridge.
And fucking hangs up. And then he's like, I'm taking a red eye. And they somehow
What
can
is
get to
that?
Paris that quick.
Oh,
I
that's a
guess.
train, right?
Not a red eye.
Red
It's
eye flight,
this
yeah,
first
like-
flight out. First
It's a
flight out.
movie starring Rachel McAdams and Cillian Murphy.
I knew that.
Hell yeah. So we're back in Perry. We're back.
We're back, baby.
Baby.
So Bourne has all this new gear from the professor's bag of goodies.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And he's
Okay.
waiting for this meeting in Paris. So we're back in Paris. Most of this movie's in Paris.
Yeah.
Bourne's on top
Right.
of a building in Paris, waiting for this guy to be on the bridge.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Conklin's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to go
Conk.
alone. Let's just gear up all these other dudes with earpieces
What a
and
rude
surveillance
guy.
vans. And I know, he's so rude.
Yeah, which we find out later, they're the worst bunch of freelancers in Paris. I don't know. They're not good agents. They're terrible.
He just put an
They're-
ad on
they're not secret.
Kijiji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he takes his jacket off, but he clearly has an earpiece in.
Yeah, it's very visible, along with the guy that's standing on
Yeah.
the bridge with him, just
Yeah.
a big earpiece. Bourne's got a little binoculars
Nice.
that he's looking through, and he's like, okay, this guy
Yeah.
He's like
definitely has people with
plebs,
him.
plebs all around.
Yeah.
Yeah. They obviously know that he's a professional assassin, but they're like, you know what? He's not going to notice these dudes with earpieces.
No.
Sure.
And so he
Idiots.
phones Conklin. He's like, I told you to come alone. Deal's off.
Yeah.
And he hangs up the phone.
Oh,
And
very
then he
suave.
Yeah, and then he walks up to the very obvious secret agent van, flower van or whatever it is, and fucking slaps a little tracking device on there.
Yeah, like Batman.
Nice.
yeah,
Like a
Like
little
Batman.
tracking device with a beep, beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep.
Love it.
yeah. And so he follows the tracking device, and what happens is, so Conklin goes to the
Paris
apartment
safe
that
house.
Nikki is in, the Paris safe house. And they are basically like destroying the house. So they're like shredding
Let's
everything. They're-
get rid of
They're
everything.
removing the program. They're like
Yeah.
making it disappear, everything. And he's in the fucking house. Oh, by the way,
Conk.
fucking one more dude who's just laying in his fucking bed, another agent gets a call and he's being activated. This
Right.
other
Mhm.
agent. He's the agent who was sitting at the office in the boardroom earlier on. He's literally just
okay.
laying in a bed waiting for a call because I guess that's all they do. They just
Probably,
stare
yeah.
at
They
the
just
ceiling.
That's all his
they don't
life
have
is
personalities or anything. You know,
No.
they've been trained to
Right.
Yeah,
just
they're
kill.
Yeah.
basically the Unsullied. If you're a Game of Thrones fan out there, yeah.
I'm not.
All right,
Yep.
out there, Alenka, to our viewership, our listenership.
Okay. Sorry.
They also cut his nipples off.
Yeah, they
What?
cut his nipples off. Okay, no,
Wait,
that's a
what?
Game of Thrones reference.
It's a Game of
Not
Thrones
in-
reference. It's a
not
Game of
this
Thrones
movie.
reference.
It's not this movie.
Ugh, why? Game of Thrones is fucked.
Why do they cut? We can get it. We'll do another full series on Game of Thrones. How about that?
Yeah, why not?
No.
76 episodes.
Yeah. All right.
No.
He follows them back to the apartment. They're shredding everything. And Nikki's like on the security trying to like deactivate things. And all the security's being like tampered with and all the lights go out.
Yeah, but they're like phone lines are down, lights go out. Where's your go box?
And then she's like,
Go-Go
it's
Box?
Bourne, isn't it? And you're like, do you fucking think?
Like, who else?
And then Conklin's like, yeah, where's your go box? He wants a gun
Yeah.
to protect himself.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in a dark apartment. They're looking around. Oh my God, Bourne must be here.
Right.
Conklin's looking around with the gun. He's like, but then Bourne all of a sudden just bursts out of the hallway with a gun pointing at him. You move, you die.
You move, you
Nice.
die.
You move, you die.
You move, you die.
It's really abrupt.
It is. It's a great line.
Conklin's a little shaken. He's like, what the hell are you doing, soldier?
Yeah, he just keeps calling
is
him
that what he
soldier.
says?
He takes the
Ew.
control. Yeah,
I
he's like,
hate
it's
Conk.
like, you're out of the line, soldier.
Conk.
You're a malfunctioning $30 million weapon is what you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's just like super nonchalant about it. Like Bourne's like,
Because they still don't know he has amnesia.
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And then like, you were supposed to kill Wombossi on the boat. And then Jason Bourne starts getting all the flashbacks, you know, that, I'm getting
Yeah, it's
fucking
flashback
dizzy.
time now. Big
Right.
headache.
And this,
Big
we
visions.
see what happened. We see what actually happened.
Yeah, we see before the movie started what happened.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
kind of like this
okay.
first person view. He's on the
Mhm.
boat. He took out two of the guards, and then Conklin says like, you were supposed to make it seem like one of his own entourage killed him. You fucked up royally, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's on the boat first person. The guards are taken out, and then he's creeping up to Wombosi, who's like sitting on the couch. And then he puts his gun on Wombosi's head, but then we kind of reveal, the camera kind of pans just past his forehead to reveal that Wombosi has his kids with him in this.
Yeah, like
Oh.
the kid's just chilling on his, like hanging out with him, sleeping with him.
Right,
And
right.
it's that very like slow frame rate sort of memory
Yeah.
shot too, where it's like kind of hazy,
Yeah,
Right.
like the Scorsese slow-mo, which is not like smooth. It's all kind of just like
Sure.
choppy and grainy.
choppy. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, and there's the kid on him, but then there's two other kids like sleeping on the couch, and then Bourne is all like,
Oh my
I've
God,
never
there's
encountered
children.
kids
I
in
should
this
not
job
kill
yet.
this man. I haven't
Right.
encountered kids.
Yeah,
I wasn't trained for this.
no,
Right.
I wasn't trained to have emotions.
Right.
Yeah. So he hesitates, and then he runs, and then gets shot twice in the back and falls off the boat. And that's what happened. He didn't
Yep.
finish it because he has a heart.
Right.
Jason Bourne has
Which
a
is
heart.
why he was so nice
Not
with the kids
acceptable.
earlier at the farm. Like he
Yeah.
was playing with them swing, watching them sleep, being like,
Mhm.
I want to protect these kids.
Yeah,
Keats.
have to protect the kids.
Sounds like, is that Nacho Libre?
Yeah,
the
Lord.
kids.
It's also
Yeah,
it's also
right?
Cartman in a
Have you
South
done
Park
Nacho
episode.
Libre? Have you seen? Yeah, man,
I
Nacho
definitely
Libre.
love Nacho Libre. Love it.
God, yes, that's a great.
We're gonna
movie.
get Jack
She's a
Black on, and him and
Libreite.
I are gonna tell
Yes.
Libre
We're
story.
gonna get
Oh,
Jack
yes.
Black on. JB
Yes.
is coming.
Yeah.
That's a promise.
I am
Eventually.
That's a fucking
singing
promise.
at the
Yeah.
Oh my God,
So-
Inganesian. Okay. Lily.
So I'd like to draw some parallels between Nacho Libre and Bourne Identity. First of all,
I would love that.
So
wait. So we're back at the apartment.
we're back in the
We're
apartment
in the
now.
apartment.
He remembers.
Right.
We now are all like, "Oh, Jason Bourne, he has a heart. He
The-
has a
the-
heart. He
the-
has a heart.
Which grew 3 times size that day.
3 times size that day." Okay. And then what? Oh yeah, he fucking like knocks Conklin around.
He conks
Um,
out Conklin.
Yeah, he fucking
Conk.
knocks him out, but he
Conk,
also
conk.
he doesn't hurt Nikki. He lets Nikki just fucking run away, get away.
Yep. Nikki just,
Okay.
fucks off
Yeah.
or whatever.
And then of course the entourage of shitty freelance agents are up the stairs now.
Starting to
They're
converge
like,
on
we're
Burn.
here. We're finally here.
Yeah.
Bourne's like, no way, I'm not going down without a
And then-
fight.
Yeah, Bourne takes them out in the best way possible. The first guy, who is a heavier set man,
Barges through the door.
who like, I don't know, secret agent. I feel like none of them are that.
It's the best they could
heavier
get
set.
in the Paris
I guess
area
so.
region. The
Yeah.
Paris,
Sure.
France region.
Generally, there's a
Sure.
workout regime for these kind of things. Anyway, heavier set man, he
Not
like
this
takes
guy.
him out and then pushes him through like so it's just outside the apartment. It's like one of those, those stairwells that are kind of like
Like a spiral
Spiral
staircase
Oh yeah.
with a big
but like
chute in the
wooden
middle of it.
banisters. It's like an old kind of Paris apartment. And so
Okay.
he like smashes him through a wooden banister, and there's all these guys kind of like coming up
Running up the
or
stairs.
one guy running up the stairs. Dude fucking Jason Bourne pushes
He has
him
two
off
pistols
the
in his
banister.
hand.
2 pistols, pushes him off the banister, rides him down the stairs, like rides him in the air,
Stop.
like
Down
down to the
the
bottom.
Come on.
Yeah, and
flight of
shoots the guy running
That's
up the stairs
ridiculous.
mid-flight. It is actually
It's pretty sweet.
for a movie that actually is
What?
not super ridiculous, other than like the Amnesia Secret Agent
That's the
stuff.
most ridiculous
That's the
part of
most
it.
ridiculous thing.
I mean, I
That
just saw the
sounds like a
Fast
scene I
9
have
trailer,
to
and you know
see.
we're not gonna debate ridiculousness
That's
right
true.
now.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You should see it. You have to watch that moment where he fucking flies on
Yeah.
on the bigger,
Yeah.
heavier set dude in the middle of the stairway.
That sounds fantastic.
Kills the guy. The
Right.
bigger dude breaks his fall because he's literally flying stories down to the bottom of the apartment building.
Yikes.
But we figured that Bourne would probably have broken something as well when that happened.
Yeah, like he probably would have.
Right.
But
So
no, he's
Bourne-
Jason Bourne.
He did hurt
fine.
himself because he walks out of the building kind of limping.
A little
Right.
bit.
And then we see Conklin get up.
Conk.
He's a little
After being
hazy.
knocked out. He's hazy. He tries to walk. He's walking out of the building kind of limping
Like
as
where's
well.
Bourne?
Mhm.
And then we see a car, and in the car is that other agent, that asset who was laying in the bed waiting to be called.
Right.
He's sitting in this car waiting to kill someone. And then
Cool.
we see a shadowy figure limping towards the car, and he comes out, and it's Conklin, and the agent shoots Conklin.
What?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Conkster is
How?
donkstered.
And it's basically revealed Abbott, the deputy CIA director, Conklin's
Yes.
boss. He's the one who phoned this, who like contacted
Goes
this
all the way to
asset
the
to
top.
kill Conklin. Yeah, they're like, he's
Really?
like, I got to get rid of Conklin. I got to get
Why?
rid of it, all of it. Yeah,
Why?
because Conklin fucked up royally.
Mhm.
How?
Yeah, he couldn't contain the situation with Bourne. So
Yep.
you know,
Okay. Super
that's it.
rude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Conklin's dead. Abbott is behind it all,
Mhm.
and Bourne has escaped Paris.
Yeah. And we see Abbott in front of like a judiciary committee at the Capitol in Washington, D.C.
It's sort of a setup.
Talking about how the Treadstone program, was no longer viable. So we're closing it. Now let's talk about this new program, Blackbriar.
Okay.
That's for the future. That's
in a
for-
green screened sort of committee room.
Yeah, that's for 2 and 3.
Okay. What?
Blackbriar, Operation Blackbriar. Anyway, cut to, now this is a very important thing that we did not talk about.
Oh.
Cut to like a Mediterranean villa, like a real like
Mykonos in
sunny
Greece.
Mykonos. Yeah, Mykonos.
Oh, okay.
And
Mykonos.
earlier on in the movie, Mykonos, yeah. Earlier on in the movie, when Marie's talking to Bourne in the car in that first scene that they're driving together,
Mm-hmm.
she's actually talking about a story about her and her friends
Yeah, I remember.
getting like scammed by some dude who
Some
was going to
landlord
sell them
sort of dude.
this building.
It
this,
seems like irrelevant dialogue, but it's
it does,
something.
yeah. But it's about like, it was kind of a dream of her and her friends to like own this like shop or own that scooter shop or some shit in a
Cute.
Mediterranean villa. And they got scammed by this landlord, and she lost a bunch of money through this thing. And it's kind of this story that then gets cut off. It's very irrelevant in the moment. But
Right.
then we cut to this Mediterranean villa, and lo and behold, Marie's there. She got her scooter store.
Right.
She rents scooters
Cute.
Yeah,
to
she just
tourists.
have some happy customers renting out some
Yeah.
scooters on the little
There's
island.
flowers.
That would be
it's,
wicked.
It's nice. You
It's
see
flowers.
You see the red bag
Red bag
from the Swiss bank, because that's the bag with the money in it that Bourne gave it to her,
Mhm.
and it's
And she's
it's
using
actually
it to hold some flowers.
holding flowers. Yeah,
It's very cute.
and then Jason Bourne walks in. Her back's to him, and he's like, "Hey, you
Any
rent
chance
scooters?"
of renting a scooter?
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh yeah, what do you need?" But she's like not looking at him.
Right.
And then what does he say? I don't
You
know.
have
He
ID.
says something. Yeah. Oh yeah. She's like, oh no, like he says something, and then she recognizes his voice and turns, and then she's like, "Do you have ID?" And he goes, "Not really." And then they embrace and kiss, and then we fucking pan out
And then hit the
of
cue, play on the Moby song.
on Moby. Yeah.
What? It's over?
Yeah. They're living it up in fucking Mykonos or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So it's cute. There's a sort of a happy ending with a little bit of a hang with the Blackbriar program.
right.
Mhm.
Bit of a setup for a sequel.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Bourne
We've
doesn't
got-
truly know who he is, but he's
happy with his girlfriend, Marie.
Maria.
Maria.
Marie. Yeah.
Marie.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Bourne Identity.
Bourne
Yeah,
Identity.
That's the end of the movie.
I felt
Bourne
like
Identity.
I thought maybe
Bone
more would get
density.
revealed to
The
this Mr.
Bone
Bourne
Identity.
character, Tyler Bourne.
Well, no, that's why you need 2, 3.
Yep, 2 and 3.
I need 2,
2 and
3.
3.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
Sometimes I actually forget what happens in the second movie. The third
Is that
movie,
a good thing?
The third movie is where it all kicks off.
Mm-hmm.
Is the third
And, like,
movie
stuff
when
gets
he
revealed all
finally
over the
knows
place.
his identity? Ah,
Yep.
Yes. But
interesting.
we will get to that in a couple years' time, probably.
Yeah.
I guess I
eventually.
understand why this movie had so much hype about it then. Because, like, it was such a mystery
Well,
to
it was
everyone still.
Yeah. It was a pretty celebrated Robert Ludlum novel
Lum lum.
Yeah.
before the movie.
Conk.
It was like a mini series back in the 80s too,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a completely different plot.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
yeah, it's
And Matt Damon was a big star at the time.
He was
yeah.
a big boy. Big star boy.
He was a big boy. Yeah. He's not a big boy in this movie. He's definitely
No, he's a
little
skinny
A
little
less.
youngin'
heartthrob.
still?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah. This is
Well,
not
it was
too
the early
long.
2000s,
I guess
right?
Good Will Hunting was like 90 something. Yeah.
Yeah.
2002.
02.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds entertaining. I want to see this man riding
Bourne Identity.
business.
I mean, I'm probably gonna watch the sequels in my own spare time, just while
Yeah.
I'm locked down
in my
here.
own spare
Yeah.
time. Right. I guess I have
Which I
nothing
have a lot
to
of.
not gain from this movie.
Yeah.
I could just watch all three. And how long is it? Like maybe 2 hours. I won't.
Yeah. These are like 2-hour movies.
It's like 2 and a bit.
Yeah.
I love a spy movie though. That being said, the only
yeah.
spy movies I've definitely watched and could retell moments from would be Austin Powers and the
He is the man.
Smart. What is it? Get Smart. Those are the 2 spy
Get Smart.
movies. that I-
So
Yeah.
you like spy comedies, which are very
Apparently.
different.
Or like Johnny English.
Johnny English.
I don't think I've seen Johnny English, but what else?
That's up to your.
Is that
that's
Mr.
that's
Bean?
the perfect spy comedy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much just Austin
Okay.
Powers with Rowan Atkinson
Right.
Yeah.
Mr.
Basically.
Bean.
with less sex.
With an actual
Right.
British person. You know.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like it. I like the action. What's my awful rating for this return from
Oh.
the depths?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd love to hear.
Oh,
like
I don't
how
know.
many
Huh?
how many red bags do you give this
Oh.
movie?
I give this like 7 red bags, 7 full red bags, full of like 7 different countries' worths, like debt,
Yeah.
financial
sweet.
debt.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. I
It's
like
like got
that.
a lot of
something
money
we
in
forgot
there.
to mention though
What?
is that he had all this different currency, yet the whole movie when he's like paying people or bribing them, it's all Benjamins. He's always giving
Oh
them
yeah, he's
fucking
flashing them.
dollars.
He's
Oh,
giving
really?
one guy like a
bills.
Benjamin.
Hilarious.
He's like,
Yeah.
I mean, American money is like the most desired money around the
I
world,
guess
probably.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Probably worth more too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And you know what?
Cool.
Yeah, that was what a good.
Well, you guys,
the movie.
that's
Thank you for having me, guys.
the movie.
Well, yeah.
You're welcome.
That is the movie.
Yeah, I feel like it's not over though. This is the thing that bothers me. Actually, this is why I feel so odd right now.
Well, yeah, we can do a little outro or something, or
You
I'll
don't
leave
wait.
it
No,
to
you don't
guys.
like the
no,
movie.
I
You
feel
don't
like the
movie's
movie
over?
isn't finished. Like,
Yeah. Well, that's what the thing
Yeah.
about obvious sequel movies is. There's unfinished business. It's not like that you could just do it the one.
I
This
don't feel
needs to have
satisfied, but I
sequels.
do at the same time. Like, I feel like I want
Yeah.
it more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hate that.
Yeah, but
I
yeah,
feel
Mhm.
Do you guys think if I Googled like Matt Damon riding downstairs on Fat Man, I would find the clip that I desire?
Yeah, I think
Just search
I think you
Bourne
would.
staircase fight.
Yeah,
Okay.
or
fair.
Bourne or Matt Damon riding Fat Man downstairs.
Yeah, that might work too. Who
I'm
knows?
going to
think
try
that's
that
the
one
one.
Google
first.
might be smart
I
enough.
think-
Go with
Just
that.
might
Go
be
with
smart
that one.
enough.
I will report back on this because I think it'll work.
Please. We could probably send it to you in the Facebook chat.
Oh, there you
True.
go. Yeah.
Well,
But I want to do my
Derek.
research.
Yes.
I want to thank you for joining us tonight.
Oh well, I want to thank you too for having me.
you for joining us.
our listeners, if our listeners want to find you again, although you were episode 3, we might not have been showing out socials then. Where can they find you? D-Money.
Well, I mean, we've got the Laughs on Tap sort of Instagram page as well as the Laughs on Tap Facebook page. We haven't done any shows, obviously, in the last little while, but we will be kind of reformatting ourselves when we are able to do shows again. Yep. And yeah, we might still be Laughs on Tap. That's where you can find us currently at the moment.
Great.
Sickening.
And me, myself, I am Derek McGill. My Instagram is Lasagna World. I don't post anything worthwhile on there. I don't have anything.
Check out Derek's bike adventures. They're so wholesome and fun.
I'll be everywhere else. I'll be somewhere doing something.
Yeah, always.
I'll be at Will's wedding whenever that happens.
Yeah. Post some pictures of Stevie. Post some pictures of Stevie.
Yeah.
Stevie.
Stevie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you want to follow us listeners, you know the drill.
Great content there. Please follow them.
Yeah. Instagram and Facebook at Haven't Seen It Podcast, or Twitter at haven't_seen_it. Go to our website. Check all the episodes there and the list of movies that hasn't seen.
Stay tuned for the next episode, guys. I hope it's a good one.
Yeah.
Hope it's a good one.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, you guys.
I was going to say,
sorry.
Leave us a review. Go on iTunes, drop a review, drop some ratings. That helps us, please. And if you haven't seen our 3-hour live stream, it's on YouTube. Go check it out. Watch that shit. Watch me get hammered.
Will gets drunk.
And Alenka,
also
surprisingly, is very intelligent when it comes to all these movies. I guess my work is done.
I can't wait to the 100th episode when you answer my question about this movie.
Oh, God.
Are we going to do it again? That's the real question.
What color was the bag?
Alan would remember, maybe. I hope. God. Ugh. Well, you guys, on that note, if you ever feel like something is missing in life, just forget who you are and move to Europe.